You want to fire it up there, Colin?
Music.
What episode number is
Cue
this?
the music now.
This is episode 15. We're on
15's a
episode
good number.
15.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'll go
So
with it.
no, we're here with Ryan. How's it going, dude?
Good. I think I lost my virginity at 15.
Did you really?
I think so.
14 beat
Did you really? Or you
No,
just
I
saying-
didn't. I just didn't
Oh.
make it up.
Dude,
But
I
mean,
was a late bloomer. You know what mine
I was
was?
too.
This is weird.
32.
so like,
32.
yesterday.
Last year.
Yeah.
Last
no,
year.
I actually lost mine. This is weird. It was freshman year of college.
You waited till Eau Claire?
I did, yeah.
All right.
We'll tell the people about we
Yeah.
have college
We have a
ties.
connection.
In more ways than one. Yeah, it was on a squeaky futon. Classic story though.
Obviously.
It's so fucking funny.
Was it
Oh,
Towers
God.
North or Towers South?
No, Sutherland.
You were in Sutherland?
Yeah, it's super hood.
He'll have to
weren't
tell
cool.
you.
Yeah,
You weren't that cool in college, were you?
No, I was actually because everyone went
He's
to our...
lying. He wasn't that cool.
No, our dorm was me and Mikey B. Our dorm was like the spot. It was the very corner unit next to the gym in Sutherland, so we knew we could get away
Wait,
with
Sutherland
shit
had a gym?
right next to it.
Oh, okay.
Not McPhee.
the
what-
wellness.
Yeah, the
center,
wellness
yeah.
center. So we went there, and it was like you could totally fuck shit up over there and create chaos because everyone was focused on towers.
Yeah,
So then we're like,
because that's where the cool kids were. That's where I was.
yeah, but then we called all the chicks that came over. It was cool.
So you took the leftover chicks from Towers?
Easy. We had 35 people in a fucking dorm room.
That's a lot.
That's pretty.
That's
lit.
when your RA gets called and you get written
yeah,
out. Yeah,
doing beer bongs, trying to
Dude.
in the closet with clothes on you.
He'll have
like
to
it
tell
just-
you the story after this. It's fucking
The virginity
hilarious.
story, the
Oh, it's
futon
so
story.
funny.
Oh, with Mike.
With my
Yeah, we had a disco ball that was like ghetto, and it
Okay.
didn't actually rotate all the way around, so it would reset. It would go like do that all night. It was like strapped with duct tape to the ceiling.
Perfect.
So
So you
my
set
bed,
the mood.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. My
That
bed
is
was like
ghetto.
this, his bed, and then our heads were here, right? So it was like an L.
You and Mikey B's heads were next to each other while you were having
Yes.
sexual intercourse.
Nope.
Oh.
He's jumping it. No. So that happened, and then so we'd sleep like that in the bunk, but underneath my bed was a futon. The
Yeah.
other one had a desk under it, standard stuff. And he's legally, like, if contacts are removed or glasses, he couldn't see you right here.
Yep.
Like,
That's
Perfect.
me, actually. I'm
Legally
legally
blind.
blind.
Legally
I-
blind?
I
Yeah.
probably am.
100%. He actually like can't see shit. And so we had the black lights on the disco ball. The first lady that I lost my virginity to was my girlfriend at the time.
Uh-huh.
We did the futon thing. Came back from a house party, you know, and he didn't realize he was there. And doing thing, but this futon was so shitty, and it was like some of the bolts were missing, so the squeaky was like out of this world.
Right.
Like you barely touch it. It's like, eh.
I think like all futons.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they're all
super
garbage.
cheap. So what ended up happening was all of a sudden we're doing the thing, and then I just see like imagine a bar here, and you just see him go, but like a
What?
deer in headlights, and he can't see anything. He's like,
What's going on?
"Hey man, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh fuck," and he goes like this, and he hears the squeaky, so he goes back under the bed. That shit was funny. Never forget it. But yeah. Anyway, so that was my first time.
And I can just picture
His
when
face,
when you
yeah.
told me the story like that, his
deer in headlights.
huge smile, like
But he didn't smile at first because he was like, "Wait, what's going on?"
Not to
Because he
mention you have
was
a-
sleeping.
You have a black light on, so when he smiles,
Yes.
the white teeth
Yep, in his
just show up
eye.
in his
Oh,
eyes.
dude,
yeah.
it was so funny. So, yeah, that was my first time. Eau
Okay.
Claire. Good old Eau Claire,
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
Eau Claire.
my story, my is a pretty good one, but we don't need to get into that. We can start this
Save it
thing
for
up.
another episode, yeah.
Another one.
Well, anyway, we are here with Ryan Bucki.
That's right, you actually
Ryan
pronounced it
Bucki.
correctly.
You like that?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Not this
not
Bucky bullshit.
OHIO Buckeye bullshit. No,
From
this is...
Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So Ryan is you go by president.
Yeah, man. This, I mean,
The
a lot of
CEO
people do the CEO thing, but for me,
Let's change it up.
So for me, a CEO means you have a board of directors.
Right.
It's me. There's no board of
Don't
directors.
tell him that though.
Fuck that.
Son of.
No board of directors, and I think a lot of times people just toss out the word CEO, and you can do it if you want
Sure.
to, whatever. But I mean,
I'm an entrepreneur.
correct. Yeah, there we go.
How many times have you heard that? I'm an entrepreneur. That's
I'd,
so
I'd,
like,
the whole
I'd rather hear somebody say I'm an entrepreneur than I'm a CEO of what.
Right.
I'm a motherfucking CEO,
Yeah,
bitch.
Yeah, or you could do like Priscilla, what he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go real aggressive approach, but you know, I mean, yeah, it's kind of, or you could just say, I don't know, I'm the
he calls
Walter
himself
White
the
of
motherfucking
supplements,
CEO.
You know?
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Priscilla.
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
That's what
What's
we're
it-
saying.
That's what we're talking about. The
The
motherfucking
motherfucking-
CEO.
all right.
Oh,
That's
you
fair.
didn't know that? Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I
he
mean, I
does.
don't follow.
That's his
me and
podcast.
you and I had this
Podcast-
conversation
his
about.
podcast is called the MFCEO Project.
Okay,
The
that makes. I
Motherfucking
mean, that's
CEO
popular
Project.
shit, right?
Yep.
His brand is super fucking
Yep,
popular.
yep,
I mean,
that is true.
We, can
We
talk
will
about that
we will
all day,
touch
but-
upon him
yeah.
today. Not a physical
Ew.
way, in a talking
Ew.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ew, gross.
That's
So
gross.
Ryan here runs or is the president of his company, which is Fitness Informant.
Yes.
So why not only why I like this, but from looking at what he's doing, we've talked about this. Even I mean, you and I are buddies, but we talk about like the Iron and Ink stuff, and we piggyback, and we have a lot of things in common. But what I like is the thing that you're bringing finally to the fucking light. People can see. We all take supplements, or I would like to know a percentage. Do you know it?
I mean, I think it's a small percentage still, but I mean, if you look at like the fitness community, it's
Yep.
a large percentage of the fitness community. But then you look at the overall
Community,
population, right?
right,
Like how many
right.
people actually work out? Not nearly enough,
Right.
Which is another reason why this site exists. Another reason why personal trainers exist, etc.
Right,
To get more
right.
people off their asses
Yep.
into the gym. If we all worked out more and we all were healthier lives, healthcare would be so goddamn expensive. And
That's
there's
true.
a lot of things that could be derived from living a healthy life, but we're just a lazy society. That's what it is.
Yep.
So
That's so rude.
it's a blatant truth. It's
You're like, did my pizza come in yet? Where's Jets? Fuck.
yeah.
Get my
Is it,
pies.
we got
and-
Jets coming? That'd be huge.
I know. Hey, Instagram them.
Got
Seriously,
'em.
right now. Tell
Dude,
them we have a
I
podcast.
DM with Jets Pizza all
Dude,
the
they
time.
like
You
hit
slide
him
in
up.
their DMs a little bit.
No,
Swear,
like-
they like hit him up.
So I went to California 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And
Funny.
I posted because it was a late flight. So like everything to eat there was closed.
Sure.
Except Subway, of course.
Yeah.
Subway's
Oh.
fucking disgusting. So I
Yoga
took a
mats.
picture eating it. I'm like, on my way to California, unfortunately, there's no Jets Pizza here, so I gotta fucking settle for Subway.
Right.
Jets comments on it. We miss you already.
Yeah.
Dude, and he looks so sad. And by the way, fun fact on Subway, they actually put yoga mats, material of yoga mats in their bread.
They also put chicken flavoring in their chicken.
Oh.
So
I had chicken breast.
yeah, explain that one
Yeah.
to me.
Fucking
Yeah.
It's
That's-
fucking chicken.
Yeah.
Why do you need chicken?
Well,
flavor
is
in
it
chicken?
though?
But that's the thing.
Yeah, is it?
Right.
I don't know.
We
I will
don't
say
know.
this about Subway. I was a fat fucking kid in high school, like
Okay.
literally 220 pounds.
I can see it
14
because now
years
you're all
old.
muscle.
Yeah,
I get it.
you
Like
changed.
the transition.
But I
Yeah.
did do the whole Jared Subway thing for a summer. I ate like a sub a
Oh,
day.
Jared, that
Played
dude.
basketball, and I literally lost 40 pounds. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and say that's all because of Subway, but I
Right.
did do Subway all summer. But I played basketball like fucking every day.
Yeah, we'll give it up to hoops.
Yeah,
I'd say
that's-
I would
it's
go
more
the
the
hoop
ball,
route.
the ball for life, or,
Yeah.
or ball is life.
Yeah, but
life
it's
is ball.
it's
Life is
funny
ball,
because they say 6-inch whatever is half the calories carbs of a McDonald's Big Mac. Who the fuck eats a 6-inch? Let's be real.
And then
Same
I love
with-
how they compare it with McDonald's.
Yeah.
Though. That's the funny part. It's
My
like,
wife eats a 6-inch.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean-
I see where he's
and
going
then
there. I got it.
All right.
I got it. I got it.
That's
It
what
took you
we
a
don't-
second.
Yeah.
It took you a
That's
second.
good. I was like, wait, what?
I guess she
Oh,
doesn't
God.
eat it.
Hey, yeah.
Per se.
No, speaking of serving sizes, Quest Protein, what pisses me off about their stuff, aside from they put rat poison in
We're talking about the
products,
powder or we're talking about the bars?
we're talking
let
about the
them go.
cookies right now.
Oh, they're cookies.
They're cookies.
Okay, which
Yes.
are garbage.
And
Yeah, they're
also Lenny and
shit.
Larry's does this too. Maybe not the rat poisoning, but they always say like 2 serving. Who's gonna eat half a Lenny and Larry's
Yeah.
cookie? It's
No
2
one.
servings.
Well,
Like,
it's
why
like
do you
those
even put that
naked
on the
drinks.
fucking?
Remember those?
Oh,
Yeah.
Garbage.
Pepsi?
Just pure,
Yeah, they're all
PepsiCo.
sugar. It's all
It's
terrible
pure
for you.
sugar. It's
Yeah.
awful, but they market it like, oh, no, it's cold pressed bullshit. But same thing. It's like if you open a naked drink, and then they know no one's
Right.
smart enough
The
to do that,
naked-
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I am not sipping 1/3 of this beverage, sealing it, and then putting it back in my fridge.
Right.
Doesn't
Who
work
does
like
that? No one.
Nobody, but that's
Yeah.
the whole point.
Yeah,
is
no one
that-
looks at serving sizes. Nobody looks past the front of pack labeling on anything, and they just assume that if it's a juice of some sort, it's healthy for you. And,
You drink it
and
all.
99.9% of juice is garbage.
Right.
So it's
Well,
horrible.
you've had to deal with this like endlessly as a personal trainer. How many times have you had clients come in and just like their brain is blown? But
Their
like,
what? I'm
their
sorry?
brain is just blown. Like
oh,
clients,
yeah.
like new clients
oh, yeah.
coming in,
and
and you
it's
tell
like
them
stuff
about like
that you go. at
don't
least
drink
learn-
sugar.
Yeah, and then they go, well, it's healthy, right? I go, well, pump the brakes for a second. Think about what you ate. And then you can tell they know the answer.
Right.
Like, oh, yeah, I guess that's liquid sugar. I'm like, yeah. So, just because it's fruit doesn't mean it's necessarily good for you.
right.
So,
and is it fruit?
Right,
Yeah, back to
right,
that, is it
right,
the concentrate, which is
Yeah.
which is everything.
right.
So.
So not to steer off too far here, but gotta love it. We just go on tangents. But so
Easy.
Ryan's company is Fitness Informant. So basically, what you're doing is you're kind of giving people, or as you're progressing the brand, showing them the no BS kind of way of what not only like being real,
Right.
like that's what I love about, but informing them. Because if I work for a certain supplement company, I'm gonna skew. I'm
Yeah.
using air quotes. We love those here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna skew people a certain way,
Right.
believing like I have this and this and this product in it. But what I think is you kind of like you take all that in of whatever they believe, and then you kind of shed that off, and you go, okay, this chemical, boom, this chemical, this is what it does. So most of this stuff, I would say, as we all know, which is kind of interesting vibe, is that none of this shit is FDA approved.
It's regulated by the FDA.
Okay.
By regulated, it's a loosely. Like, they don't intervene unless there's a reason to. And we spoke previously to going live about like, deaths in the industry. Like, if there's a death because somebody took a supplement, or that's where they pinpoint, like, this person had this type of reaction to this supplement, now it's on the FDA's radar, then they'll look into it. But if there's nothing going on,
someone's got to die first.
The FDA would rather spend their
Isn't that
time...
shitty?
Right.
Well, I mean, in theory, I get it. Like, it makes sense. It's like, well, if it's not doing anything, you can't really flag it, right?
And I think the common perception or the common thought process with the supplement companies is, like, they don't want the FDA to intervene, but if the FDA is going to be there, then at least enforce your regulations. So that some of these shady-ass companies aren't pushing out these products, which are actually detrimental to people's health. But because you saw an Instagram model, or you saw a digital banner that promoted this big jacked up dude and it's taking this pre-workout, like, I want that too. And the funny story is, like, I was that same consumer. I think we all were at once upon a time. Like, the first time,
still are.
Yeah. Most of us probably still are, right?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
The first time that I remember seeing a supplement ad was on television. It was for BSN, for No Explode, and it was Triple H, the pro wrestler.
Shut up. He was with BSN back in the day?
So he was...
I would have bought it. Like,
and
right
him
there.
Him and the BSN presidents, they're still great friends today. It's like the BSN guy moved on. But, like, I saw that, and I've always wanted to be a pro wrestler. You know this, and I actually was for 10 years. And I was like, shit, I mean, if Triple H is taking this, then I want to take it. I'm 14 at this point. I know nothing about supplements, but I progressed later in life. And this story I've actually never told before, but in college, so I went to college in 2005 to 2009. Jersey Shore was big. Obviously, Gym Tan Laundry, right? GTL. Sick. Mike the Situation was in a magazine promoting this, like, test booster tablet.
Yeah.
Again, I still know nothing about supplements. I bought that fucking thing. I bought that tablet because I saw Mike the Situation in a magazine. Yeah. This thing was probably powdered sugar. I have no idea what it was, but, like,
did you grow like a third nipple like Mark Wahlberg?
I didn't, but I didn't. There was, I mean, nothing, right? Like, and then there's got these, like, pop-ups, like Complete Nutrition popped up, and there was GNCs everywhere, and everybody's pushing these different things, and I didn't know. I didn't care what I was putting in my body. I just assumed that this person is on an advertisement. He has to take it, right?
Right.
Like, I was always told in marketing classes, even in high school, that if somebody promotes a product, they actually are supposed to use it. Not bullshit, right? But I mean, that was what I was led to believe. Once I actually wisened up, got smarter, and once I actually took pro wrestling a lot more seriously, got more heavily involved in fitness and nutrition, I started diving into this shit and started realizing, like, what is actually in these containers of supplements that we're paying $40, $50, $60 for. And so, like, FI came about because I was huge into fitness. I had my trial with the WWE in 2013. Didn't make it because I was too short. Shocking. But then after I got my master's degree here in Minnesota, I started with an online e-commerce company that did supplements, supplementwarehouse.com. They were the second largest.
I know who they are. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Second largest in the world behind bodybuilding.com. At one point, they since filed bankruptcy.
Both of those guys.
Yeah. But, I mean, they're huge. And I was like, okay, so I went there and I learned the ins and outs of the supplement industry. I went to the Olympia for the first time, met a lot of contacts in the business. And that's really when I first started realizing, like, how fucking shady like, this business is. And you got people saying, like, hey, if you buy one, I'll give you 3 for free.
Totally.
There's got to be a reason why they're giving you 3 for free.
How much does that product cost you to make?
Yeah.
25 cents? Like, you have to still make a margin, right? So, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff.
Yeah. You'd think. Now,
there are price tactics where you're going to take a loss, and they would, as you know, running a business, like, you would conclude that as an investment to get people to try your product. But 99, unless it's your pricing strategy to do buy one get one free all the time, and a lot of people do that, like, it's probably a garbage product.
Totally. And another thing too is to piggyback off that is a lot of times people do it and they think they don't know what they're getting into.
Right.
They like the concept or idea, like we've talked about on other episodes of, like, I want to run a supplement industry
or
a
it's
supplement
awesome
brand.
on Instagram, right? Like,
but it's great, right? Yeah. Like for us, we are an apparel company, and people are like, oh, you should do supplements. I'm like, no. We would work with, or what makes sense, but we're not going to start Walter White, fucking chem labbing it up in the back while we're screen printing shirts.
I mix ink. That's about the most chemistry
Alec
I
mix
do.
ink on shirts. Yes. And that's it.
Right.
Like, we know what we do, and we can partner with certain brands and teams that we believe in. But, I think that's the thing is, like, people, like, stray away, and then that's why I think the industry, I mean, it's the same in apparel, man. There's so much bullshit, and I feel there's so many connections with that. And, yeah, you really see it, though.
Yeah.
Agree with you at the Olympia.
Oh, right.
You're like, what is this trash? And now, don't get me that there are very few good ones.
Yeah.
But like we're pretty smart. It took us a while to kind of get educated because I went through the same stuff. It's like you like what you like because certain people are doing it. If it comes to fashion, clothing,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I wear those shoes because that dude wore those shoes and they look sick, and I'm gonna rock that. You know, same thing with supplements. But the problem is clothes are on your body.
Yeah.
Supplements are going in you,
Correct.
which then can cause good things or bad things.
Yep.
Psychologically, physically, we're talking the whole nine.
Yeah,
So
I mean, they're legit. I mean, you could almost go as far as saying they're drugs
Yeah.
at some point, right? Like, there are certain ingredients in products that would be classified as a drug.
correct.
And we were talking like Jack 3D.
Yep.
Right? Like, there was drugs in Jack 3D,
Yeah.
the original. Why do you think you felt the way you felt when you took that?
Right.
There's no natural substance on the planet that's going to
Right.
make you feel that way.
Right.
Fucking miss that, dude.
And
You mean
yeah,
cinnamon
miss
doesn't
that.
work?
I miss it too. Now, you could argue that beet powder,
Yeah.
I mean, it does. It
Yeah.
works phenomenal for
For
pumps.
sure.
But it's just, I mean, that's fine. But when
Right.
it comes to, like, yeah, you throw a t-shirt on, it's not going to harm you. It shouldn't, right?
Unless it has some really bad lingo or
Right.
racial slur, and you're like, you're an idiot. What are
Correct.
you doing? You know?
Yeah, then you could get killed for
Right.
sure, especially in this day and age.
Uh-huh.
But it's just, when it comes to supplements, there are so many people purchasing that are uneducated. 99.9% of the people purchasing supplements are still uneducated. And
Real
so
quick, why is that? Do you think?
they don't care. I mean, they don't. It's like when people drink soda too, do they realize what yellow 5 is and all these different things? I mean, nobody cares because they
Right.
enjoy it. They take something because
Tastes
the
good.
perception, it tastes good.
Tastes good.
Or if I take this pill, I'm
Right.
going to look like this guy. And
Yeah.
no, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
Like, there's and it's Arnold, who's I think he had one.
It's right there. Come on, bro. He's always looking on us.
He's legitimately now. He's coming. His new thing is like, there's not a magic pill,
Right.
And we've been saying that for a long time, but you know, we're so goddamn dependent on caffeine in America, and you two are
Yeah,
to
you
blame
two
for
just
it, right?
hey,
Like,
you know what? I'm proud of myself. I've tapered hard.
But it's
Hey,
terrible.
hey,
Hard.
No.
Oh, he went a week.
I went a week. I'm on
went
day
a-
6 now without any caffeine. Last week I tapered off it, just resetting my system.
You
Let's say
need to,
Krabby Pants McGee over here.
I've been crabby. What?
I had a dude, and then
Yeah.
when we talked about like, what's your threshold of caffeine? Like,
Sure.
at what point? This guy said, like, I have this pre-workout. It's 360 milligrams. I need to take 2 scoops. That's 720
That's
milligrams of
insane.
caffeine.
So
That's
bad.
And he said
insane.
that he could barely feel something out of it. And I'm just like, all right,
Who is
first
this
off,
guy? Can
it's
you
just
say-
some random guy in our Facebook.
Oh, okay.
stuff. And I'm just like, I'm not a medical doctor by any means, but you probably should get something checked out because this
That's
is normal.
dangerous.
Yeah, it's not normal to put that much caffeine in your body. Plus, I mean, and then there's a supplement company that came out with a 600 mg caffeine.
Unreal.
It's stupid.
Well,
it's
well,
just
speaking
yeah.
of that, so caffeine constricts blood flow.
So caffeine's going to
Correct.
stimulate your central nervous system,
Yep.
right? Which is going to, in terms of like what it does to blood flow, I'm not exactly sure what it does to the
'Cause
actual
I've-
blood flow.
I
It's more for like the stimulating your central nervous system to give you that sense of alertness,
Yep.
focus, and then provide
It
You mean
blocks
skin,
the-
you mean skin
yeah.
tearing pumps?
skin tearing pumps.
No.
are gonna
No,
make
it,
your
it
citrulline.
blocks
Yeah.
Here we go.
the thing
Here.
that tells you to go to sleep. What is it called? We looked this up the other day.
Oh god, it's something with an A.
Yeah, Addo something.
But
yeah, it blocks those receptors.
It
Yeah, it
blocks
does a
your
lot of shit.
receptors.
Yeah, it does a lot.
And then it's like basically mimicking those receptors to like turn them on, turn them off, like a
Right.
light switch kind
Yeah.
of. And so, but yeah, I mean, I don't know necessarily about blood flow.
Yeah,
I'm
because
sure that's
I've
part of-
heard that caffeine restricts blood flow, and so if you're
so if you look at like DMAA,
Yeah.
DMAA actually restricted blood flow.
oh, does it?
So like DMAA was first initially produced to be like it was a nasal decongestant.
Oh yeah,
So,
actually,
like,
yeah.
So like you're shooting the shit in your nose to
Right.
help you breathe, but yeah, that would constrict blood flow. So there's always been like this conversation around like, why would you take DMAA with a pump product when the DMAA's job is to restrict blood flow and the pump product
It's
is
supposed to expand blood
So
flow.
that's
yeah.
yeah,
right, like-
that's essentially what I was getting at with
Yeah.
caffeine. If it's
Opposite.
if you're trying to get a really good workout in, pump as much blood in your muscles as you possibly can, why would you pack on all this caffeine, which is just going to counteract that?
I mean, the pump products or pump ingredients now like citrulline,
Yeah.
agmatine sulfate, arginine, like they're really good. Like they
Yeah.
can like bypass any sort of
Oh,
restriction
okay,
going
okay.
on. And we could spend a whole episode talking about how important
Totally.
the actual pump is.
Well,
Most
this
people
isn't
think
just
it
the
is,
only
right? Like,
episode you will be on, my friend. We will
But-
have you on many.
But okay, so you mentioned like, why didn't you start a supplement company? Like there are over 700 supplement companies just in America alone. Now, if you like go outside the Continental 50, there are a ton of supplement companies abroad that we know nothing about. That
Totally.
are super popular, doing millions and millions in business. So, like, why would you start a supplement company unless you can differentiate yourself? Most people
Right.
differentiate themselves by either doing something super high stimulant,
Crazy.
or they have a really cute marketing scheme ploy,
Right.
which is a lot of the companies.
It's a great
don't.
example. We'll throw it out there as like a good marketing scheme was, and they were killing it with shreds. I mean, they
Yeah.
had that whole CEO, the main dude, Arvin,
Joey
or whatever.
Swall is still
Joey,
with
and then
them.
they had
Yeah.
all these guys. They're all gone because that Devin Physique dude was like kind of a fraud in the industry or whatever. But the whole point is like they were taking supplements, but their whole thing was like boutique supplements. Like their shit was spendy, dude.
Yeah,
like
it wasn't cheap.
they had like a jug of like protein was like $70.
It's no different than MLM
And I'm like-
companies, right? Like Advocate, Herbalife, Shakeology,
Totally.
like Thrive, a fucking patch.
Right.
I mean, there's that stuff irritates me to like
Right.
end all be all. But
Isn't
I mean,
that the, like the non-hangover shit that Thrive?
Thrive actually has like weight loss patches, and I think they have a hangover cure
Because he
thing,
was
too,
just
but,
on
like,
Shark Tank, the dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's
I mean,
like,
there's-
oh, I came from Harvard, and this is Thrive drink, and you basically drink it, and you won't get hungover. It's like guaranteed.
Here's what I'll say about multi-level marketing companies like Advocare and Shakeology. When you have a structure, a business structure, in which if Jeff would recruit Alec and I, like, and we make a sale, Jeff gets a commission off
Yeah,
of that.
totally.
We get a
Yeah.
commission.
It's a pyramid scheme.
So,
yeah.
like, the commissions run upstream. At some point, you have to create your business strategy and your pricing strategy and your methodology to allow room to pay out those commissions, right? Your
Right.
margins have to be so big that you can actually pay out those commissions to everybody involved. So that means you're making a product for probably 52 cents and you're selling it for $42 because
Right.
you need that big of margin to pay everybody in the stream. Think about that next time your friend comes to you and says, hey, I'm taking Advocare Sparks, it helps me out. The shit's garbage.
Yeah.
Why would you pay $40 for something that I know for a fact
that they're spending
it
like
costs
50
less than-
cents on or some
How
shit.
does a company that, so I'm guessing it's probably fucking around that price to make, how does a company justify pricing it
It depends.
that way? Like how comes down to like personal morals is like, how do you do that?
Well, when a consumer
Comes down to business.
yeah, when a
Yeah,
consumer perceives
personal
a
morals
value,
get shot out the window real quick
Yeah.
when,
When
money
money's
gets
involved,
involved.
yeah.
Yeah.
like we can talk about First Form, right? Like First Form products aren't
yeah.
great. They're not great
No.
products by any means,
Nope.
but they charge $40-$50 for a
Yeah.
product that I know that costs maybe $5 for him, Andy, because he's vertically integrated.
Right.
It probably costs like $3 to make, $4,
Right.
$5 to make, but because there's a value that he provides, he provides community involvement. Like when you take a
You
First
got
Form
it.
product, you feel like you're part
Yeah.
of the First Form family, which some people could argue is a cult following, and it kind
Yeah,
of is.
for
right?
sure.
Like,
Well, I
Yeah,
want to get your opinion on, you continue, but I want to get your opinion on a First Form debate.
yeah,
Yeah, well, and I agree with you. I think what it is he's taking the business mindset of creating that, and then the the sidebar is now the supplements, which
Yeah.
is interesting because he's a fucking supplement company, but that's not the main focal. The
Right.
focal is like, I'm a First Form Legionnaire.
Right.
And like we get it a lot where we're a smaller company, we're growing, but a lot of times, you know, people in a way, and this is maybe my personal opinion, is a lot of these ambassador programs and bullshit, it turns into devaluing the quality and what the product is, because anyone can be a Legionnaire.
Yeah, and they don't know
Like,
what the product is either.
You got it.
Right,
And
like-
so they're like, well, dude, I just got fucking 2 jugs of Pre for free.
Yeah, get free shipping with my code.
You got it.
Okay.
And so that to me, I now, as a business owner and yourself, you and I'm not saying we're smarter by any means than anyone, but then the general consumer going, I get free shit.
Yeah.
That's why we get messages all the time, like, how can we be part of the team? It's like, we will find you and we'll let you know.
Right.
But when you have those loyal people that are buying our brand because they know it's not just a Gildan or a Hanes, and we screen printed, we have that quality.
Right.
It's kind of the same thing where I think it devalues your product. Like, you know, if you're selling shit, it's like anyone can be a Legionnaire. It's like, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
But to their defense, and I'll never fault First Form or a company that uses
Not at all.
affiliate programs because it's
No.
brilliant for the business.
For
Right?
sure.
You're paying 10% commission versus pay-per-click on Google or
You got it.
Facebook ads. Like you're paying a 10%
clearly
and somebody
works.
has to buy, right?
You got
like,
it,
So it's
yes.
free marketing.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to tout our shit on social media and 6 people buy it a week,
Right.
that's 6 products that I sold and I paid 10% off.
You
No
got
big
it.
deal.
Yeah.
So like, I won't fault Andy and First Form for their business model. It's brilliant. It's
Yep,
as
it's
a
clearly
CEO,
working,
It
so,
works.
yep.
But in terms of like that, my job is to cut through all that bullshit. Like
Right.
I don't care about the marketing. I don't care about the customer service value when you pick up
Correct.
the phone. I care about what's put in those containers and what the consumer's putting in their body. Because at the end of the day, one of our new slogans is like, you work hard for your money. At least we hope you do.
Yeah.
So your supplements should work hard for you.
That's right.
Right? Like $40 for a pre-workout. It's not like not everybody in the world can spend $40 on a pre-workout
It's
for
true.
20 servings. That's you're buying
Yeah, 'cause
2
it-
containers a month almost,
yeah.
right? Like it can get spendy, and that's just a pre-workout. Then you have protein and BCAAs and creatine.
Oh,
and
yeah.
yada yada yada.
The list goes on and on.
The idea behind FI is like, let's screen these. Let's be like your Costco or whatever. We're gonna screen the products
Right.
and we're gonna let you know which ones are actually working. Now, there are a lot of websites like ours in which we'll plug products. Like, here's our top 10 pre-workouts. But what they'll do is they'll get a commission structure with a company which is paying them 60-70% commission.
Bodybuilder.com.
And by the way, hey, that's number one.
Huh?
And it's not, right?
Throw our shit at number one and we'll give you the...
I mean, that's what bodybuilding.com
exactly.
does, and it's like, I know that because I then read the reviews, and I'm like, okay, you got like Bicep Bill, who's like, oh man, this shit's great.
Yeah.
I can't feel my face or my legs for 8 hours. It's like, whoa. We want a little more data behind what chemicals are in here, what's it really supposed to do, not what Bicep Bill felt. You know what I mean?
And
so
then to that point, like bodybuilding too, like a lot of the manufacturers will have their reps go and review them. Right?
Sure.
Like, they don't have to be verified purchases.
Right.
And then another thing that we make sure that we do, or what I do, because I run these products myself, so I'm putting myself at risk, right, with taking this stuff, but I at least know what's in it before I take something.
Sure.
But I run it for the entire unit before I do a review, because you'll go to a GNC or a vitamin shop, you'll pick up sample packs. Shocker, some of these companies will kind of like spike their sample packs so that way it works better than it's supposed to.
100%.
Right? And then they'll buy a full container of it, thinking they're going to get the same thing. And for the first 3 to 5 days, maybe they will.
And then it wears off. Yeah.
Right?
Wow,
So
that's crazy.
it's
See,
just
like, I
that.
knew that just because I'm like, well, that's the free thing. They want to hook you.
Right.
Like,
That's like heroin. First taste is free, my man.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You get on the
yeah.
bandwagon.
I mean, it's
take that
true,
shit.
you know? And so,
I didn't think they would spike like samples, so that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what the legalities of that is, but I get why it works.
well, there isn't. I mean, there really truly isn't. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're going to take something at your own risk, you know, and then it kind of like falls, not to get too like into, you know, hard drugs like heroin and cocaine, but it's just funny to me that like legitimately these, and now a lot of these products are fantastic for you. They really help. But, you know, it's almost teetering or borderline like it's Coke with fruit punch flavoring in it.
It could be.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like some of these
And
brands could be.
to your point earlier, like, we'll go down the list of the ingredient panel, and if it's fully disclosed one, like the one we have at the table here, which that means is like you can see every product is listed out and what dosage you're getting per serving,
Right.
then I'll go and say, I'll look up what that ingredient is, what it's meant to do, and what the proper dosage is supposed to
Sure.
be. Because a lot of these ingredients have clinically backed studies on them.
Totally.
Some don't. Some of the stimulants, there's really no like optimal dosage of synephrine, or there's no optimal dosage of caffeine even, right? But
Right.
like, you kind of know the safe areas.
Sure.
So, but even to the point of like how they would spike sampling, like you talk about proprietary blends, which means they list like an energy matrix on the back of a panel. And
Right,
there's,
it's-
there's
it's
12
got
ingredients,
12
right?
yeah.
Like 12 ingredients, and it's like 12. It's like 8 grams of whatever. Well, here's
what
the thing,
the fuck's
too.
in there?
Right.
Yeah.
You don't know exactly what you're getting of each, which
Right.
some people will argue, the supplement companies will argue, well, we're trying to protect our formula. That's bullshit.
No.
You could send that product to a place in New Ulm, Minnesota, which is like an hour south of
And they
here,
can break that
and they
shit
can break it
down.
down for a couple grand. So if you have a product that is phenomenal, doing millions of dollars,
Right.
and you want to rip that off as a business, I would spend $4,000 to find out what that fucking formula is,
And do
so
it.
I can start making millions of dollars as well.
Yep.
So that argument is void. The second thing is like pixie dusting, and I'm not sure if you guys have heard this term
I
before.
have heard
but
this, yes.
what'll happen is, as long as you put just a little touch of that ingredient in that container, you can legally put it on the ingredient panel. So if people are like stoked about DMAA or synephrine or
Right.
back in the day ephedrine, like you could just put a little bit, minimal cost,
Right.
put it on the label, and then you could promote has ephedrine or has X as a
Right.
marketing, and people would just get it, and there's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you're not getting shit.
Right.
So there's all these schemes, and then there's the nitrogen spiking in protein, and there's all these different things that people would do to save money
Right.
so they can make a higher margin. I
Right.
get the business side, like I understand, but there's a shady way of doing it, and there's a respectable way of doing
Right.
it. And there are companies out there today that are doing it in a respectable manner in which they're fully disclosing their products.
Sure.
They're educating the consumers. They're even going a step further and going into GNCs and vitamin shops and educating the sales reps there.
Right.
Because, no offense, a lot of these people in GNC
They
and
don't know.
vitamin shop, they don't know anything either.
Not you, Jesse.
Yeah,
we love
Jesse,
you.
No.
good.
Jesse's the man.
GNC Jesse knows
But
what's
they're told, like, sell the
Totally.
store brand because
Well, I can
that's
tell
the
you,
biggest
yeah,
margin.
because
Yeah.
he was telling me about it from one of the stores that he was with. Is they make a higher profit margin. Now it's pure shit in a jar.
Really
like
is.
you can't even get their website on the internet. Like, and it's this
Oh, like
brand. You're like,
Beyond Raw?
yeah. You're
Yeah.
like, what is this or what? You know, not even the GNC made brand. Like brands they're pushing.
Sure.
Because they make an 80% margin
Yeah.
increase over if I said, oh, I want what was the stuff B-Sick and I were on for a while. ProSups. What's the one?
Hyde?
Not ProSups. God.
Is that Nutrix?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're pre. So Basic and I were
Outlift.
taking that. Outlift. Shit's great.
Yeah.
So we were taking that, and they make 20% commish.
Right.
Now, the units are flying because me, Basic, and like Alec or whoever were like, buy more of that shit, get more flavors,
Right.
we'll buy it from you, Jesse. But the owner's like, nah.
Yeah.
we're trying to push this. I'm like, that's collecting dust. Look at the jars have like dust collecting because no one wants this shit.
And that's like Annie in First Form too.
Right.
They have really good relationships with their retailers.
Exactly.
So they provide higher margins. So then the retailers are going to push First Form again. Great business model,
Great
Andy.
business.
But like, so people are getting suggested products from these sales reps at the GNCs and independents because of a spiff or a margin structure, not necessarily what's best for that consumer.
Do you believe that proprietary blends, when you see that First Form has it on their container, granted they say we use the highest quality ingredients, but then you hear that and you just go, that's total bullshit then. It's because you might be using high quality ingredients, but now you label it proprietary blends, which this brand doesn't.
Right.
I mean, I've seen it. I've taken their pre.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, but the whole point is it says it on there. So really, he's kind of full of shit.
Yeah, the proprietary blends in 2018 or 2019, whatever. I mean, they should be non-existent at this point. I don't understand why they still exist.
Sure.
Because he doesn't have an argument with it. Nobody has an argument for it anymore.
Right.
I mean, like I mentioned before, you're not protecting anything. People can find it out. As a consumer, you should demand a fully disclosed product because you're putting this stuff in your body. And you get one skeleton, right? You get one shot at this. If you do something and you fuck up your body because you put something in it, that's on you.
Yeah.
Right? And like talking with...
That's true.
We brought up a video before, but like talking to Aaron Sigerman, who's the CEO of Redcon One, he said he's a huge libertarian. He believes that adults should be able to put whatever they want in their body.
100% agree with him.
Totally agree.
It's your body.
But you should also be educated about what you're putting in your body.
Yes.
Right? I mean, like if you go up to a table and there's 4 different versions of meth, you're just going to take them all because you're a meth addict? Probably.
Yep.
But like
what's in this meth?
What's in this meth?
This has fruit punch in it. Ooh, I want that one. Give me that.
But it's amazing how many people will just mix up something and drink it and not question. Or not ask.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, too, I feel, where people, and I can answer why. I mean, like a Bang energy drink. Technically, we don't know what's in it, right? But it's on the shelf.
It's fucking delicious.
I like that name. And it tastes good, I'm not going to lie.
You have good flavors.
And you just go, fuck, it's better than Monster, it's better than Rockstar.
You think it's better, though. Why?
think.
Yeah, like, the thing is, like...
Right, I'm not saying I'm telling you why, but then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, something different, change it up a little bit. But the ready-to-drinks, it's got to be safe because they're selling it at the store. It's got to be okay.
Yeah, if it's in the grocery store,
that's really why
people.
people. That's really the answer right there, dude. Is like the general public believes if it's selling on the shelf, must be okay. Mm-hmm. Truly, you ask anyone, that would be their answer. Like, well, I guess it's in Target.
Right.
It's got to be okay, right? Fuck no. Target doesn't give a shit.
So I have a question, and this is probably something that listeners.
So funny.
What?
No, I just think it's funny how you segued into that.
He builds up the question. Oh yeah, I like it. Like here we are.
Yep.
So for people who are either they're getting in, just basically getting into working out, or people who have for years. I know I was very guilty of this, where I would take so much, because I used to work at NutriShop in Maple Grove when I got out of the military. So I got a halfway decent discount. So I'm like, well, fuck it, I'll take this too. But you can go into a supplement shop or online and you can drop shitloads of money, and who knows if obviously not everything's gonna work. So for someone who is either trying to switch up what they're doing or just getting into it, what would you say is like, okay, here is what you should take.
The nuts and bolts, the bread and butter.
This is the for me. Honestly, right now, all I take is a pre-workout and then a protein after my workouts. But what would you say is, okay, if you're trying to, be healthy, go into it, this is really all you need to do. This is all you're going to get benefits from, So what would you say in your mind is like the bare essentials
you give your
of
opinion
what
and
you
I'll
need?
give you mine.
I think, it depends on the goal, first off, right?
Yep.
Like, is your goal to lose weight, gain muscle?
Wrong. No, I'm kidding.
So I'd say just an overall.
What I think everybody should take based on our diets as Americans, as people living in this world, is we should all be taking. I think protein powder is essential.
Yep.
A fish oil, omega 3, 6, and 9 should be in our diets because we don't get enough of that.
Yep.
I think a multivitamin is necessary with optimal amounts of like your zinc, your magnesiums, your vitamins that you need. And really, that's kind of it. Like, I'm a big firm believer of creatine as well. If you work out,
I love creatine
because I think
it's water retention.
It's the most
bullshit.
It's the most studied ingredient in the supplement world ever. And it works.
Yep.
And it works well. Like creatine you get from red meat.
No, do you take creatine like normal as a supplement, or do you like combine it with like BAA?
I throw it in my post-workout protein shake. So there's a lot that goes with creatine. Like they say you should have some sort of sugar to spike your insulin levels to help with the creatine absorption. and it's not really definitive either way, but like, so I'm big on that. Now, when it comes to like pre-workouts, if you struggle, I take a pre-workout because obviously I have to test them. But if I could go without taking a pre-workout, I would.
I fucking can't.
Yeah,
like
I'm to
the point where like, if I were like, fuck, I forgot my pre-workout, I'm not going to work out because I feel like,
that's bad. That's what they love.
Right. Yeah.
And that is a mental,
and I know
dependent on
that's
something.
a psychological.
I know for a fact that I'm highly dependent on pre-workout.
So make it a goal not to.
I like it.
They have non-stim pre-workouts though too.
That's another thing that I've been
GPC, citrulline, things like that, which are beneficial ingredients that I've used them before.
Right.
But again, it goes back to a psychological thing. If it doesn't have caffeine on the label, your immediate reaction is it probably doesn't work.
No, but
they
it
work
does.
well if it's done right. But at the end of the day, they're called supplements for a reason.
Yes.
They should supplement
what you're not getting.
They should supplement a whole food diet. Like if you can eat real food. Eat fucking real food.
Here's the thing. I know you post a lot of shit. You eat like a psychopath. I eat a lot too, in a good way. That's why I was going back. So goals, I agree with you. I was going to say that. Number 2 is that most people, I even have a current client that does this, drives me up the wall, is that they feel, when you talked about a high budget, all of a sudden the cash flew out of the sky when it comes to, I need creatine, this. But I'm like, what'd you fucking eat today, dude?
Yeah.
And they're like, Chipotle.
Right.
And I go, meh, wrong. All those supplements, that was steak. You could have bought organic steak, organic this. You could have bought 10 meals worth of high quality food, but one, you're not making it or hiring a company to do it. You know, that's the start.
Yeah.
Then the supplements are going to be the fucking home run with that.
Correct.
But I give it, the percentage is insane, dude. Let's be real. Like, how many people have you met that take these supplements and you know damn well their diet is horse shit?
Most people.
Yeah, I'd say 90, 80s percentage.
I get hit up all the time, man.
Right.
Like, what can I take to help me build muscle? What can I hate?
Gotta get it fast. Gotta get it fast.
Lose weight. It's like, first off, here's what you can do. You can make sure your diet's on point. Before you spend a dime on any of that shit, make sure you're spending the right
But saying
kind of
that
money.
term, they don't even know what that means.
No.
They're like, what does that mean, getting my diet on point?
Right, like that's the thing, right?
Real
just this
food?
week I had a girl, she's like, my husband's trying to gain muscle. I think he eats pretty well. What is your definition of well?
You got it.
Because it's not.
Very loose.
Yeah, it's a very
Very
loose,
broad.
right? And so it always people say like they're trying to get into it and they want to lose weight, they want to look like what they were when they were 20. It's like, all right, first off, can you consistently eat decent?
Right.
Secondly, can you commit to a consistent workout routine? Because a supplement's not going to help you if you can't do either of those two things. Now, for me, I eat 7-8 meals a day.
Yep.
So people will be like, then why do you need supplements? Because my training intensity is fucking through the roof.
Yeah.
Like you see me train. Like, I've seen you train.
I see you do, you're on your phone for a good half
25
hour
minutes,
between reps. But whatever.
Right,
Yeah, it's intense.
You have to. You gotta,
you actually bust your ass.
Yeah,
it's good to see that. And so...
And when your training intensity is that high, you're depleting your system of these things in which then you need to put back in your body quickly. So that's why like a whey protein concentrate isolate or whatever, like that's quickly absorbing. It can get into your body a lot quicker than a steak can.
Yep.
So post-workout carbs, post-workout proteins.
I love that. Yeah.
Like powdered form is fine because you can get in there. But otherwise, just like rely on real food, people.
Think about like also too, I know not to bring him up and pump him up because he got enough from PR, but like Joe Rogan talks about it. Like I'm reading the book, you should read it. It's the owner of On It, Aubrey Marcus.
Oh, yeah.
Have you owned the day?
Your life? I've heard of it. But honestly,
dude,
great
that'll
brand.
change your shit real quick. Not in a bad way. He like believes in it. He's a guy who runs a supplement company, right? And we can talk about maybe, I don't know if you have a lot of info on his stuff, but he used to be like, he's kind of like, peel back the layers and think of like caveman shit. Like the basics of survival in like meat and like real food.
Yeah.
And like you don't need to go be a bodybuilder 6 days a week. He's like, go for a fucking bike ride. Like, there's a hill. Do wind sprints.
Sure.
Like, mix it up. Yeah. Change it up. Don't just like bicep curls every Monday. Legs on Tuesday.
Well, chest days on Monday.
Chest days, right? I know. Sorry.
I always do legs.
He
on
does
Monday.
legs. Yeah.
I used to.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? So it's changing up. Like when I was in Hawaii, we were doing hiking, like legit. I'm not talking like up a path. We're like up a mountain, right? I lost 8 pounds on the trip. Just in like abs, just shredded looking. I'm like, oh shit. Like the cardio's working.
You should get some selfies.
A lot of them, right?
For sure.
So
they do exist.
They do, right? But it's like
baby
when you look
abs. That's the worst.
What is it?
No, the girls that they baby abs. I can see them. I'm like, fucking no, you don't.
Yeah, and can you imagine they're really like cinching down on them?
To take a shit.
Yeah, so they basically like, it's just switching it up. Yeah. So he's kind of like looking at more real, organic, raw, again, boiling back to what your company is of like, what the fuck are you putting in your body?
Yeah.
And that's why with his brand, they really hammer home that more like real raw materials they're actually putting in the supplements instead of a proprietary blend of who the fuck knows and it's sprinkled with pixie dust and fruit punch.
Well, I think what's super cool about that is you can tell that their motives are so different from like a normal supplement country where they're like, we want you to better yourself.
Yeah.
Like, we want you to feel better. We want you to be your best self, not, hey, we just want you're just a paycheck to us.
Yeah,
which
they're crushing.
There are several companies like that. I mean, NutriBio was one that comes to mind. I'm a huge fan of NutriBio. They were like under the radar. They've been around for 22 years or whatever it is, and nobody knew about them. They participated at their first Olympia finally this year because they finally decided like we probably should. But I mean, they were bodybuilding.com's breakout brand of the year because they're the ones that are going and educating the consumers, educating these sales reps, and they're letting us know why. Now, they don't make as much margin on their products because they're higher quality products, but to them, what's important is that people are living healthier versions of their lives through the supplementation use that they provide.
Isn't that the point of the supplement world?
But
like, you peel it all back, that is the point, right?
It is the point, but then somebody like, and I get along with him well, but like PJ Braun, owner, president of Blackstone Labs, he's putting pictures on Instagram of models and Ferraris, and again, PJ and I get along really well, and I've given him shit about this. Him and Aaron Sigerman both did this all the time at Blackstone. I said, thanks a lot for ruining the supplement business, like because that's exactly and then people see it, and then but that's the thing, like you can make a shit ton of money, and if that's your goal,
I believe that you can in anything,
right? But you can do both, right? You can make a lot of money but still serve the consumer in an appropriate way, and I think there are a handful of companies that do that. Majority of them don't.
Can we talk about that real quick? Because we
can talk about whatever the fuck you want, dude.
It's
a podcast, bro.
We're huge fans of fucking Blackstone Labs, like Dust Extreme, all that,
right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have. They
still make some good stuff.
I would say they still make good stuff. Let me sum this up. Let me tell the people what happened. I'm gonna put it on blast. I'm gonna tell them.
You can tell the Matt story.
Yeah, the Matt story.
Oh yeah, fuck.
I mean, so their dude, who's a guy that whatever, they have like a hotline, like 1-800 will help you buy our shit, right? Actually, kind of cool. It's got an old school vibe to it. It's like you have someone on the phone that's like, "Yo, man, what do you need? Here's 20%, 30% off," which you're like, okay, it's always a deal, right? So I called them. They like knew about the brand. They're like, "Hey, throw us some gear. We'll hook you up." I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's try this." I tried their Dust and then Dust Extreme, and I'm like, "Oh shit." This took my lift to a whole new level of like, holy shit, right? Tasted good product, whatever. Kind of built that relationship, was with Matt, he was hooking it up. We're like, hey man, I'm not asking for anything for free.
Right.
But we sent him a bunch of stuff, a bunch of people are tattooed, whatever, fitness people at the office. They're all rocking the gear, whatever. We'll keep this train rolling. It was their decision, not mine. Sounds great. Here's the call, here's the number. Started working and then slowly diminished. Yeah. And I go, no hard feelings, but here at this point, I need or want that pre. Because if I know I like that product, I'd rather spend my money on that than go to a vitamin shop where they're not carrying Blackstone.
Yeah.
So I'm like, here's my Visa. It's on the Iron Ink card. Let's swipe it up. Let's go. And cricket's chirping. And I'm like, dude, I'm giving you my fucking money. And if PJ knew this, he'd probably fucking flip his lid.
Yeah.
That we're our company trying to promote, and we're PRing the shit out of them.
Many people were buying product.
And clients were like, "Can I try a little bit of that?" I mean, it's literally like you're a drug dealer. They tried the fucking.
That was a drug.
Yeah, and they tried Dust Extreme, and they're like, "Holy shit!" Right? They now bought units not from me. They called Blackstone. They're on their site. So PJ, this is what makes his Ferrari still go, and he got his new Ferrari, right?
You got a sweet Corvette now.
Yeah, you got it right. So this is how the wheels keep greased and they turn. But then it's like you drop the ball and then calling, and then that was it. And I'm like, dude, there's nothing that makes my skin crawl when I bust out the card, and then you can't even take my money to get the product.
Well, we couldn't even get a hold of this dude.
And then he ghosted, off the grid.
Could not get
so then
a hold
I call,
of him.
and I guess one of the other little like minion worker dudes is like, yo, Matt, this dude's trying to get a hold of you. He's right there.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
Well, I think you know I've talked about this. I think Matt was a fanboy of you guys because he wasn't technically supposed to be touching any of the orders. So,
is that right?
I actually had this conversation with PJ after you brought it up.
I wish I would have met him when he came here for Northern Invasion.
Yeah,
well, maybe I'll run into him
VIP,
sometime.
but I mean, he said like
Me
Matt's
too.
a guy that doesn't even touch the product. So I think Matt maybe was a fanboy of Iron Ink and said, I want free shit, so I can hook you up. And then
Hey,
eventually
man.
when it
I mean,
sway
too bad that
anymore.
didn't work out because I would have kept the train rolling.
But overall,
Anyways, that's the story.
speaking of that, what's your opinion on? Because I loved it. You know, Formula 19, Dust Extreme, Hype, all that. I absolutely love. To this day, I think it's probably the best pre-workout I've ever had.
Sure. Until now.
Yeah, you like that.
So what is, in your professional opinion, how would you rate their products?
Dust Extreme was like number 2, I think, on our list for a long time. And it was 75 milligrams of DMAA. It had 20 milligrams of new pep and caffeine. I mean, it was like the second coming of Jacked, I guess you could say. I mean, like DMAA naturally from geranium, but you need. I mean, there's a whole thing going on in the court cases right now, but that was basically caffeine on steroids, and it was like you could tell. So I really like Dust Extreme as well. My personal opinion on it is I loved it, but it's not a product you should probably take daily because then you become sort of accustomed to it. Formula 19, good. Hype Extreme, I just did a review on that.
I fucking love that shit.
That was done by the Gorilla Chemist. Actually formulated that. That has 300
What
milligrams.
happened to him?
He's gone, isn't he?
What happened is PJ and...
Sorry, not to steer it, but...
Oh, no. PJ was partnered with Jared Wheat, who owns High Tech Labs.
Yep.
And Jared's a formulator as well, and they had a formulator, so there really wasn't a place for Brian anymore, who's the Gorilla Chemist. So Brian then moved on from there, went to Tiger Fitness, was going to be their chief science officer. That lasted like 4 weeks.
And he also worked with Run Everything with DLB's whole thing and Rob Bailey.
Yeah, he probably did.
Because I heard that they had him, and then he was like doing interviews with them or hanging out with them, and he like formulated some of the intro stuff that they started.
Yeah, now they're owned by Aaron Singerman. So
are they really?
Yeah, and then
that vegan protein, dog.
Did you like it?
Never had it.
Oh,
I got paleo stuff from Basic.
Sure.
Tastes amazing. It's got all the bullshit pulled out because I was taking Quest and I was like shitting my pants daily.
Yeah.
And it had literal stomach stabbing pains. I go, something's not right here. B6 like, yeah, you know it gets all fluffy. He goes, that's not real, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know, but it tastes so good.
Yeah.
But then while I'm on the toilet for an hour, I'll pass.
But then so the Gorilla Chemist now is with a company called Myoblocks. So he's working with them.
I've heard of them.
And they're kind of like under the radar. Myoblocks is owned by a guy who was like the top sales rep for Blackstone Labs. He moved on, started his own thing. So like everything's all connected. But like, back to your original question, Blackstone makes some really good stuff for like the hardcore supplement consumer, and they also make some stuff a lot of companies like that aren't the greatest in the world, too, right? Like they have a happy medium of products. Some are fantastic. Unfortunately, Dust Extreme, which was their number one seller, which accounted for like 15% of their revenue, like they can't make it anymore because DMA got banned. So
aren't they doing it with
DMHA, so they have Dust X now, which is like the second coming of it. Now, I actually like DMHA more than DMA for me, but it's all subjective.
What's the difference on the two?
One is like, so you need 75 milligrams of DMAA to do what 150 milligrams of DMHA do. Basically the same thing.
Sure, you're just doing a little more, a little less.
There's a lot less crash with DMHA than there is with DMAA. If you probably experienced it unless you kept your caffeine high going on, but like after your workout, you probably hit a fucking wall with Dust Extreme. Or if you
I just couldn't stop lifting.
Yeah.
I'm like, just all day. And I just was like punching holes in walls like the Hulk.
That's how it was for me, because for me, I'm very, very... my tolerance for caffeine
as
is
he's
through
holding
the
a jug of pre and drinking a Rockstar.
You should take a scoop of that pre and put it in with the Rockstar.
I should.
Then,
is there a point where he could die
with caffeine?
I don't. It's not. I was
actually seeing a nutritionist about this like recently, and he's a firm believer in like one that you should have 3 different diets over the course of a year, like cavemen how they ate.
Sure.
And then second, that all you need for caffeine is 85 milligrams, which is the equivalent of about a cup of coffee.
Yep.
Yes.
To function.
You don't even need to function. That's optimal.
Yeah, just to So
that's you're getting all the benefits of caffeine.
I don't disagree with that at all. I just feel like a lot of times it's like people get that 2 o'clock like. You know, the little slump, and then they're like, I need to go to Starbucks real quick.
Yeah, how many people do you guys know who have to drink 5 cups of coffee in the morning before they can even function?
Right.
Yeah, that's like before they can even doing anything.
Our caffeine addiction in this country has gotten so bad to the point where the FDA, about a month ago, made it illegal to buy bulk caffeine. So you could go to like bulksupplements.com and buy bulk caffeine. It's like $200 for a shit ton.
It's cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
You can do. I remember
you
selling
probably still
that.
can, but you're not supposed
to. It's the most commonly produced thing in the world, isn't it? Caffeine, coffee beans, or whatever. But wow, what was I going to say? I mean, just think about like 85 milligrams compared to like what are we talking? 360. What's in like a pre-workout?
You look at what's in that. I think it's like 200 or 250, but they have the stimulants.
Right.
Or maybe it's 300 even in that one in terms of caffeine and
Unbelievable.
hydros. But then I always
350.
350. So then I always go back to like a cup of coffee is roughly 85-90. It's like when I speak to the
or an espresso shot is 60. I think.
Hey, you know, this is like the equivalent of fucking 6 cups of coffee or 5 cups of coffee, or whatever it is. to kind of get them thinking like, oh, okay, that is quite a bit. But
Yeah.
I don't know how much you'd have to take to die, honestly.
I think it's all over the board, and I think it depends. Like my dad has a heart condition that he found. It's the same thing John Ritter had. It's very common. It's a bicuspid aortic valve. They can fix it, but it's one of those things like if he took this, and he'd be like cruising along, all of a sudden, dead. Because that's why like that young kid that died, and Monster's like, we're good. Like they have the best lawyers around, but the kid drank, what was it? He had like
a liter of Mountain Dew.
With a Monster combo smush. Like, Mountain Dew, Monster.
Is he a gamer?
I don't know.
It's just
a lot of
kid.
gamers have died. They've taken so much. I've heard stories about this. They stayed up for 4 days straight and died. I think the threshold I think is 4 days. If the body doesn't get any sleep within 4 days, it dies.
Supplement pre-workout companies are sponsoring the gamer events now.
Yeah.
What's the one?
Mountain Dew's like one of the Pepsi's one of the biggest spender on in-game.
Yeah, the one now is what's the one though? Fucking
Fortnite.
No, not the game, but like the supplement, not Geo.
G Fuel.
G Fuel.
Yeah.
Like what's his name? Guy had cancer, survived. Furious Pete. Like that whole crew, they all take that shit, and that's the company that's sponsoring these gaming events. I'm like, these dudes are cranked on playing COD,
firing
sniping.
all their
like
on the rooftops.
When I was in the Marine Corps, we used to get like supplied with Rip Fuel. You remember Rip Fuel?
Yep.
You'd be just fucking.
You get those?
Oh yeah, and your piss would be like green.
Yeah, neon fucking green.
It's gotta be healthy, right?
Really? Yeah.
Just down the. That's such a huge problem in the military. Is everyone's got an energy drink all the.
But you guys are never sleeping though either, right? Like I mean, you
got
guys
no sleep.
depending if you're deployed or not deployed. But I know I had a buddy in Iraq and Afghanistan. It's like you get like. Fucking 45 minutes to an hour and a half of sleep a night because you don't want to go to bed. And,
right.
There's a lot of stuff going on around you.
No shit.
Yeah, and they'd send just pallets of fucking Rip Fuel and shit, and you're just.
Well, and you're always on edge. You know, I mean, you could only imagine how bad that is. I mean, you're 18 in age to be like 30 like that, being overseas or deployed. I could imagine, but yeah, I think the one like going in now with the podcast that you have, you've had some crazy guests already in the industry, which is awesome. The bonus is like, have you ever? So some of the guests, let's start listing them off. You, Chris Gethin, huge fanboy. Shout out to Chris Gethin, man.
He's a dude.
So now, speaking of his supplement brand, Cage Muscle, I know a guy that in the music industry, Michael Whitting. He was like an old manager of ours, but he's one of his athletes, one of his three.
I think.
Just all natural bodybuilder, whatever. Chris Gethin takes his supplements, kind of like strips them apart. To like, which one I guess would make him more money because you have to buy this, to buy this, to buy this and this, but it's like no bullshit fillers. It's like the real thing.
Yeah, I mean he'll sell like pure L-citrulline, but I mean he also has L-citrulline in pre-caged, which is a great pre-workout, and then 20 servings for $40, right? Like I mean, so you're getting 10 less servings than you typically get, but it's also good stuff. Like his brand is legit, like it's a legit good brand. He's a legit good dude. So I mean, those are like the type of people like I like to do
business with. Yeah,
and
I mean,
and
I'm a huge fan of what he does because for me, his transformations are all personal for him. And I don't know if you guys have seen this, but he'll do like a biking triathlon, like morph his body down to like a biker, and then transform into a meathead, massive bodybuilder with no neck.
Yeah, he's a meathead by day. Yeah, I mean, he just did an Ironman like last year, and he said it was
swimming, biking,
the toughest thing he's ever done.
Yeah.
He took on CrossFit, just to help with things. So
he'll do everything.
Yeah, I mean, he sees a challenge and he goes at it. Yeah, which is cool. It's kind of inspiring, actually.
I love that.
That's why I think a lot of people like his brand because he lives it. He walks the walk instead of just being like behind the scenes. Right. He's not like juicing to the gills and some of these guys.
I'm sure he is doing that.
I don't know. I mean,
maybe potentially. I mean, whatever.
I didn't ask him, and again, I don't fucking care.
But I don't either. That's the funny thing. Like people always ask me. I've never done that stuff. I'm a natural, whatever.
You're a natty. Bro. You're a fucking natty,
but
bro.
What does that mean? Like you take this bullshit. That's not natty. I mean, that's good stuff. Probably you're telling me, but. Who knows what's in it, right?
I mean, I know what's in it.
You're like, you're not natty anymore. Take a scoop. Fuck.
No, that's you can do a whole conversation on the people's like, and the whole conversation around like whether somebody's natty or not, and people who lose their shit about it. So.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't want to just go down that rabbit hole. But basically, you kind of look at what Aaron was saying, Aaron Singerman, where he's like, it doesn't matter. It's your skeleton. It's your body, and I 100% agree with them.
Yeah.
I don't look at anybody, but I also say. Cut the bullshit and don't tell me that you eat a lot of steak and chicken and rice to have quads that are 28 inches wide.
Well, they probably do.
Right.
I mean, they probably still do.
But then they're not cool about it.
Yeah.
Why won't you tell people? Like, tell him your cycle.
Yeah.
Tell him what you do.
Like, that's what Rich Piana did, and that's why he was so popular.
Well,
People are
but
saying what
then,
he did.
let's be real. He took that to a new level of
Well,
like,
he
does
died
that,
because of it,
well,
right?
But
But
he
I
was
mean-
injecting. Did you hear about that? She was like injecting like muscle expansion skin things from
Yeah.
like Tijuana.
Yeah.
So like he had calf implants and shit.
Right, I can't remember.
Like,
What, I mean, you see the picture of the dudes too with like the fake biceps. Like,
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
it, but like,
What is that shit?
I can't remember the actual name of it. I'm trying to.
But
think
it's
of
a lot of third world countries
Yeah.
where these people do it, but like locals will do it and
fucking
shit.
weird too.
It's
His
weird.
body just looks weird.
So
Like Rich's
weird.
body looked awful.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, it was
well, I saw him in
terrible.
person.
Yeah.
He looked horrible.
Yeah, it just looked weird.
He
but-
waddled and but
Yeah.
it's. I think that comes down to like almost like psychological,
Oh,
which
that's
obviously.
that's all fucking
And
mental.
it's an
Straight
eating
up.
disorder. It's kind of running on that same
Yeah.
vibe, you know.
But it's not like you have to take something to get that, right? Like me, when I was fat, now I'm in shape. Like I'm addicted to being in shape. Like I'm addicted to looking the way that I look.
Sure.
I constantly keep thinking like, how can I get bigger?
Lots of selfies.
Right?
Body
Like,
dysmorphia.
Yeah, it's just like you
Fucking
think about it,
real.
and you look in the mirror, and you're
Right.
like you become like a narcissist.
Yeah.
You do this, and I'm totally cool with me in that. But you look at yourself in the mirror, and it's like, I look fat today. What can I do? Like, and
Right.
you're not fucking fat.
Yeah.
But you think
It
that.
can be
It's
a bad.
fucking
It can be a
weird.
bad
Yeah.
rabbit hole to go down. I know for me, I've gotten thinner, and I actually like look better.
Yeah, dude, it looks like you need a sandwich or something, bro.
No, but dude, abs are coming through. Like I was getting like a little bit of like shit hanging off
Yeah.
the side, and then I'm like, God, like got mad. But I know how to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I do it for my job. I've done it myself. You know what I mean? So then, but all of a sudden, I'm like, I actually look better, leaner, and muscular than trying to get just big because
Yeah.
then it's like, yeah, but the flip coin is you look down at the abs, they don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got no neck. My arms are massive. But
Right.
you lose that six pack, which everybody for some reason wants that.
Well, I kind of want to get into. So, what would you say are the top supplements for someone? We'll go with this first. Trying to lose weight. I feel like that's the goal of like a lot of people. What would you say top supplements for them to take?
See,
would be?
I'm super biased on this. I think people who want to lose weight don't need supplements to do
Okay.
it, right?
Yeah,
like,
for
I
sure.
don't believe in over-the-counter fat burners because they're shit.
Yep.
They're not good. In reality, like, change your diet, and what I'll say is apple cider vinegar, a greens like drink like suja, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah,
and
suja's awesome.
and like cayenne pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Mix those three together. Take a shot of that a day. Cayenne pepper actually, what it literally does is it heats up your body system and actually literally melts fat.
Yeah.
Now carnitine is good. Like it actually moves fatty acids in your body and it burns it off as energy. But at the end of the day, if you want to lose weight, there's not anything that's going to make you lose weight more than just like
Food.
Yeah, broccoli, chicken. Like
Yep.
cut some carbs out. If you want to try the keto thing, that's cool. That's worked for some people.
I
mean,
feel like dog shit on keto.
yeah, some
I've
people
tried,
some
yeah.
people can do it. I don't think it's sustainable. Like you
It's
gotta do it
not.
for a
It's
little bit
not,
to
yeah.
shred, but then you need to switch your diet. But yeah, I don't. I get that a lot. Like I'm trying to lose 20 pounds. Like how can I do it quickly?
But see, that's the
How
problem
can
is
I do it
that you
quickly?
can't do it quickly. Like that's what people don't understand, and I think like
Snort cocaine. There
yeah,
you go. Right?
do some
Like, if-
fucking
And do fucking
yeah.
meth, you'll
Yeah.
lose some weight.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
lose weight quick, but
real
I'm not going to
quick.
recommend that to
Yeah,
somebody.
right.
So
Go on a coke bender and
Well, for
hit me
like
up.
for even like the cayenne pepper, because I've heard that before too.
Mhm.
That's like really common. Or apple cider vinegar.
Right.
Like, how much of these things are you supposed to be taking? Like, I mean, are you supposed to be like drizzling your like
I
eggs
take
and
like
cayenne
I take
pepper?
like
Like
a
a shot
shot
glass.
of shot of
Yeah.
apple cider vinegar into
Yeah.
like a cup of suja juice, and then I just sprinkle cayenne pepper on top.
Yeah.
Chug it down. That's it.
Yeah,
So you get shredded from that?
You can. I mean, it helps. It helps speed up your metabolism.
sure.
It's like
do you
an
do it
actual
at the
fat
start
burner.
of the day then?
I'll
Or
do it
at
like
the end of the
well, I used to do it during my lunch hour. Now I'll do it like either in the morning or I'll even do it at night.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter as long as you kind of take it.
I
but-
think, like, I mean, I'm curious what your opinion is, too, because so many articles and so many people are, like, insisting on timing.
Yeah.
And so, like, do you think the whole timing thing, like, I think there are some well-studied things, like, obviously, protein powder after workout.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's pretty well-studied. That's a good thing. You have that window.
Right.
But for the rest of
And even
things...
that anabolic window is questionable, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like, so,
like,
Huge.
does it really matter when
Yeah.
you
No,
take
I mean,
this?
I think when it comes to how you feel potentially, like the ebb and flow of like a day, right?
Right.
Like certain stressors, but then like you have to adjust your diet accordingly. It's like, I don't know, man. Like I used to, like for me, I feel my days are all over the place. Probably yours are too. It's not very 9-5, but I've had times where I've eaten, stuff late at night, woke up the next day, maybe fasted before a lift in the
Yeah.
morning. I've been doing that. I feel great.
I do too. Yeah,
Because
like,
I actually don't fucking eat.
Mhm.
I wake up early like I did this morning. I woke up at 5 a.m. was telling him about it. Took my pre. It's
and it
fucking
works like 10 times
on
better
one.
too.
Yeah,
when you're
was
fasting.
on
Yeah.
one. Great lift. Sweating. Felt
I always
good.
remember when I was telling you about this, you're like, if you can do that, now you're addicted.
Well, if
That
you
was
can
like 3
do
weeks
it,
ago.
because most people can't.
Yeah.
They have to sit there and they go, I need to have food before work. I'm like,
I
you
used to be
don't
that
need
person.
shit.
No.
You don't need nothing. It's in your fucking head. It says it right in Aubrey's book. He was like, if you don't have good fats and real protein in the morning, fuck breakfast, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
And I love it. I'm like, I couldn't agree with him more. He's like, you don't just wolf down Pop-Tarts because they're there.
Yeah.
You know, and now he used to do that. He used to be a fast-eating actor. He's like, if you don't have good cheeses, good protein, avocado, whatever sitting there, and eggs, the whole egg, by the way, not the white.
Right.
He goes, you're not doing breakfast. He's like, move on with your day. Mm-hmm. Plan for the next meal or whatever, you know? And it's true. And he talks about the anabolic window is kind of horse shit. It's questionable. That's what he talks about.
The interesting thing about our industry.
Right.
You know, being a trainer, you deal with this all the time, but there's not one right answer.
No, I'm more prone to say that to more people. Yeah. I said, you and I are a similar, like, size. We're different size. You're bigger than me, but
Thanks,
our
bro.
height, our width, and like our body frame. But then you look at him,
Yeah.
he's taller, longer, and then he's just huge.
Yeah, it's the body type.
And
right?
he's horrible.
There's 3 body types, right?
But then he's eating better.
Yeah.
But people look at him and they're like, but what he's great about is he's not, I'm not going to tell you how to eat. Because he's like, I'm not the advocate of good health.
Fuck no.
He eats Jets Pizza 5 times a week, and he looks like that.
Shout out to Jets Pizza.
Shout out to Jets. Where's that
Hey,
pizza?
I don't mean to interrupt.
No.
So, cayenne pepper, apple cider vinegar. What was the last one?
And suja juice.
Semen.
Or green juice. Like, you can do V8 if you want to.
A what?
You can do V8 if you want.
okay.
You can find a
Now
good
guess who's
V8,
going to be cranked every day?
But like suja juice, it's SUJA.
SS.
SUJA.
Dude, it's at Target. Suja.
Yeah, it's Target. Costco has it if you shop
Just
at, like,
Suja's
a
got bad product too, where it's loaded in sugar,
Yeah.
but they do have like an all green.
I just want to
drink.
give this shit a go.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank
it
you.
tastes like shit, but I mean... you
Oh,
know,
I'd
like,
imagine so.
Right,
Fuck.
so...
Sprinkle some fruit punch. It's
Yeah.
good.
But yeah, it's not like there's not a right answer. So there's going to be everybody's asking you for your opinion because you're supposedly this. Like, I'm not an expert in anything either.
Right.
Like, I'm learning shit every day. When a new product comes out and I haven't seen an ingredient, I go and do my fucking research.
Yeah,
and
I love
find
it.
out like what it is.
Totally.
Because that's my job. So, and same thing like with the podcast. Like, yeah, you mentioned Chris Gethin. We've had Mark Lobler, Singerman, PJ
Right.
Braun. Like, I had Ronnie Coleman, the greatest fucking bodybuilder in the history of bodybuilding. Like,
God, he looks like a mess right now.
he's getting better. He had 2
Is
back
he?
surgeries like this year.
That's insane.
One was like
Lightweight, baby.
yeah, lightweight. I mean, the dude is just
8,000 pounds on his back.
when
Let's
you're,
go.
Yeah, when you're squatting 800 pounds.
Oh, it's
and
crazy. The
you're
bar's
pressing-
physically bending, and
Yeah.
he's like, woo, just repping it. I'm like,
You're doing 200-pound
Totally.
fucking shoulder presses. You're not gonna be able to walk.
and now let's be real. I know he came out, he was with BSN forever.
Yep.
That shifted. He did Ronnie Copeland supplements, which, I mean, to me, it's just the whole marketing idea was a
They're actually okay.
Okay,
the
the
Ronnie Coleman
supplements.
ones are, yeah.
Marketing, though, it's a stretch. It's like, okay,
That's
it
the
just
problem
looks
though,
rough.
because like, and I when I talk with Branch Warren, like the thing is, American consumers are leery of a bodybuilder's face being on a supplement line because
Right.
they don't assume that they take it to look the way that they do.
You got
now
it.
they don't. Like they've been taking gear for years.
Sure.
But they also take their current supplements now. Some of them have a help in formulating it now. Your original ones, like Muscle Farm had an Arnold series. It was garbage. BPI had a
yeah, I
Jay
remember
Cutler
that.
series. It was
Yeah.
garbage.
Garbage, yeah.
So what that does is the consumer's like, well, those are garbage, so the rest of these have to be
You
garbage.
got it.
And they
Throws them
could
all
be.
under the bus.
They
yeah.
they definitely could be.
Right.
Ronnie's line is actually decent. I haven't
It
actually...
tastes like, I had a sample, it tastes like shit.
Which one?
His cookies protein.
Oh, really?
Like,
I just got a brownie batter protein. Fucking phenomenal.
oh, see, isn't
Yeah.
that sad though? Like, if
Right.
I had a sample, you had a sample, but I'm like, dude, if you can't make protein taste good in this game, like
Yeah.
at this point, you're already done. You
Right.
shot yourself in the foot
Yeah,
with
and
flavor profiling and all that shit. So
there's a lot of different ways to separate yourself in the supplement industry now. And you have to because there's so many of them.
Right.
And like now we're seeing a bunch of collabs. Like BSN now is collabing with Cold Stone Creamery, doing like a Cold Stone series of proteins, which I think is
That's
smart,
brilliant.
right?
super
It's great.
genius, yeah.
Ghost, I think you've heard
Yep,
of Ghost,
Ghost.
right? Like they had their exclusive Warheads flavors. Now they've actually licensed their cereal milk protein out to a company called Icon Meals and popcorn.
Yeah, I know Icon
Like,
Meals.
They're starting
yeah.
to like collab together, which is also a risk for the companies that they're collabing with. Because I
Correct.
work at General Mills, which is a Fortune 500
Yeah, what are
company.
you doing at General Mills real quick?
I'm a marketing manager
Okay.
over at General Mills. So I deal with FDA
Cereal.
regulations. I deal with, what's that?
Said cereal,
Yeah.
lots of cereal.
Cereal bar. Like, so actually, I had the conversation with General Mills about trying to license some of their flavors for a potential idea that I had for a supplement line.
They're like, fuck you.
Well, they basically.
You ever heard of Reese's Puffs, bro? Take a hike. Take a hike.
Well, here's the thing,
Because
right?
I'm selling millions of units of that.
I thought, and my idea is, if you could walk down a vitamin shop and you
Yeah.
could see Cocoa Puffs flavored protein,
I'm
or
fucking in, bro.
Lucky Charms
Yep.
protein with
Done.
real marshmallows, like, okay, maybe the real marshmallow thing isn't the best thing in the world for you, but marketing wise, like, it's brilliant. You
It's
could put
it's correlating a name that's ingrained
Yeah.
in your brand or in your wheelhouse of
Right.
we grew up on this, and it hits
Exactly.
home. Your consumer,
Right.
you're grabbing a young kid to a 50-year-old, 60-year-old guy. It's like, oh, fucking Lucky Charms. If it tastes like that, Lucky Charms tastes pretty bomb. And if it's like that, there you go.
Well, that and also like when it comes time to like proteins and all that stuff, you're always like, oh, I don't, fucking blueberry dingle nuts. I don't
that
fucking.
Sounds good, actually. Real good.
Fucking.
Blueberry.
You're like, I don't know if I want to.
It's not a real thing.
I don't know if I want to drop $70 on a tub of protein for something I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna like. Like if you have, a popular cereal base, you have an idea of what it's gonna taste like.
What I was saying.
You're like, I fucking love Lucky Charms.
Well, the thing is, most companies are ripping these cereal flavors off. Like there's like a Cinnamon Crunch flavored protein powder that uses the same font and colors from Cinnamon Toast Crunch, right? So like General Mills can go out and sue these people if they want to. But so speaking with them, they didn't want to do it not because they weren't interested in the idea. They thought the idea was good, but because it's a loosely regulated industry and they're a publicly traded company on Wall Street, you can't take the risk of associating yourself with this type of brand in case something bad happens. Now it's back on you. Totally get it. But I think more and more companies, depending on the size, are going to start looking into collabs. There are actually companies that are buying supplement companies for millions and millions and millions of dollars that typically aren't in this industry because it is lucrative. But it's lucrative to an extent of like how educated the consumers can be. And will there be a day where the consumers are educated completely? No, there will never be a day. Like if I could educate, like I think I said now, I think the consumers buying supplements today, 5% of the entire supplement purchasing consumers are probably educated, which means there are 95% of the people I'm trying to reach to help out make better decisions. Things are going well, but I mean, it's always going to be better. So we're just going to keep trying to plug out.
I mean, I kind of look at it like it's good, man. It's like that's the thing. You're doing it for the right reason. Then it's the same thing with this. Even though it's clothing, it's a slow and steady grind, and slow and steady growth. And like every day, if you're growing or doing something towards, if you educated one new guy, one new girl, whatever, you're doing your job.
And it works because we're getting respect in the fitness industry for what we're doing. Like Chris Geffen and I became friends because of what we were doing.
That's awesome.
And he likes that what we're
doing.
So he'll come on.
Yes,
networking. Yeah. We're getting out there, and like we do more than just supplements too. Like Iron Inc. is awesome because you guys are helping us out with this. We're doing that $8,000 8-week transformation.
Yeah, tell them about that. Phil,
we're doing from July the 9th to August 31st. It's 8 weeks. It's $8,000 in supplements, swag, gift card, like Iron Inc. fitness shit. There's gonna be one male, one female winner. So we're encouraging people to actually like work out. Now we're not saying you have to take supplements during this. Like you can do it any way you want. But the most impressive transformation over 8 weeks will win $4,000 if you're a male or $4,000 a female of stuff just for trying and just for living a healthier version of your life. Like at the end of the day, I want to motivate people and help people become better versions of themselves. Now, if that's through supplement use, diets, I do fitness routines and programs too. Like I am a certified personal trainer just like you, but I just don't do it for my daily business. That's the thing, man. Nothing makes me more happy when somebody's like, hey, I lost 20 pounds following.
It's awesome.
That's right.
It's a great feeling. It's just hard. It's funny. The industry's changed for me as a trainer where people set their goals. Like, Colin's a client of mine, and we've been working together for a long time. What I love about the job or the aspect is building the relationship of like outside of the gym where you're like, man, like this person, it's almost like it's a therapy. It's working out, which is therapy, and you are helping them, guide them along the way. If I don't know something, I'm the first one to say, I don't fucking know, dude, but I can find out, or I'll talk. I'm an open book. I'll talk with people and see what I can find out. But that's why, for me, I'm reading a lot now. I'm loving that. I'm, like, taking time out of my day. I'm crushing books. I just want to absorb knowledge. I mean, I have a degree in kinesiology. I went to college for it. I have a degree in business. And it's like, but there's always that point where you can always learn something new. I just think what kind of irks me about the supplement world specifically is I see the bullshit and I go, why do I see it and you see it, but all these other fucking people don't? That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. Like, really, it's like bugs me. Like, where the info's there, the data is there. Like, you have your show now, your podcast, or even your site. Like, this product right here. You're telling me this is awesome.
It's awesome. It's a brand that you never heard of before.
No.
And you never would have heard of it.
And I never would have if it wasn't for him. And so that I get it because we're both in business. So marketing is huge.
Yeah.
This guy is a rapper, you're saying.
Stud.
And how do you pronounce that correctly?
Aries.
Yeah.
Like the god, bro.
And then it says Aries. See, well, I guess I was going to say I would have put like some type of a god graphic. Yeah. Well, maybe that would have stepped on a religious thing. I don't know. But it says God of the Gym, right? And I was like, apple teeny.
Sure.
And
I don't drink.
I'm gonna try it.
Can I have that? It's an apple teeny.
It's an apple teeny.
Yeah, but that's alcoholic beverage. Right. I don't.
Yeah,
see
you're
that.
fucked. You're fucked, bro. I'm in.
That's a big thing too. I'm glad you brought that up because so you have the big brands that everybody knows, your Optimum Nutrition, your BSNs, your BAPIs, but then you got small brands like this who can't keep their shit in stock in retailers because it's so good, but nobody knows about it until we help. They send us the stuff and say, can you review this? Can you look into this for us? And then it's awesome because they actually care about making a quality product because they're not so big where they give a fuck about all the other things. They want to create a quality product.
Right. And piggybacking off that, what's interesting, what I love about this, and I'm excited to try it, I really am. What's interesting to me is kind of what we do here is similar to that, where like I feel like a guy like this, right? You said he's a rapper. I looked him up on Google, on the interwebs.
On the internets.
And he has a song popping right now with Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Like,
he doesn't need to do this.
He doesn't have to do this, but this is like, maybe this was his passion.
Yeah.
And he's doing, you're saying the product's actually really fucking good.
It's fine. I mean, we sell, and through our site, like, 'cause I can tell how many people like go to it, like, daily.
Here's the thing, though. It's kind of like, in a way, what we're doing here is that supply and demand. Why is Supreme big? Supreme is garbage apparel. But people love it because it's like this guy, you're selling it like crazy, but it's kind of under the radar. Mm-hmm. People are starting, I feel, in a lot of things. Music, food, clothing.
Huge, yeah.
The BPIs, the big dog, the big dick swinging shit, people like, it's not that cool, bro, because everyone can get that. I want something that's like more cliquish, more my thing. Yeah. That's what we do here. We get it all the time, right? People go, hey man, I want that shirt. It's sold out. I'm like, tough shit. You missed it.
Yeah.
Right?
Sorry, bro.
It's gone. And they're like, oh. And now they realize it's embedded in their head. When we say there's a drop, don't wait for the sale because that shit's going to be on. It's the same thing with this guy.
Right.
He doesn't maybe need the marketing because maybe all of a sudden he does the music thing and then he does videos, you know what I mean? So I think marketing is starting to turn, or maybe it's just me. It's what I like. And the consumer's realizing like everyone's doing that, but maybe we can skew it a different way.
Right.
Like, I mean, Bang is a tasty drink, but I like drinking the Endo Rushes ready-to drinks because there's beta-alanine and niacin's in it.
You like niacin? You're a fan of niacin?
Well, either way, if it's the combo platter of those two ingredients or not, I actually feel it.
Yeah.
And it's about the same caffeine, and I'm like, well, at least I can drink this and actually work out with it. With Bang, I can't drink and
we gotta change the battery real quick.
Okay.
Pause.
The
battery change.
Anyway.
Battery change.
Anywho.
Wait. Why'd you have to wipe your mouth?
It was like a break kind of like blowjob joke, like,
You.
Do you guys? These two did go to the bathroom together.
We did.
Yeah.
That's
why.
I
saw that.
We compared sizes,
and
let's just say,
I lost.
not impressed.
No.
Why do you think I have so many tattoos?
That's true.
And I drive a truck.
Oh, that's right. It's lifted. Got that big old truck.
No, it's not lifted.
I know. I'm just telling people that.
But
so
that's
they get
why
an image of
I have
you.
to. I have to make up for mediocrity in other aspects of my life.
That you do.
Yeah.
That's okay. We still love you. It's all right. But we were talking about like certain brands, right? So we were talking how it's not cool anymore or it's not unique. So I feel that maybe it's just me, but I'm like also I don't know. Is this how things are turning not only for like apparel, but just brands in general? Like when it comes to apparel, supplements, where people don't want, the big dog name of like Muscle Tech.
Sure.
Like it's just not cool anymore. Like you see it and you're like lame, but then like Rob and Dana Lynn Bailey, for example, let's just use them. They're strictly apparel, but now they dabbled in the supplement game because of who they are as figures or public figures.
Yep.
And then, I guess my thing is it's kind of got its niche. Like not a lot of people know about their brand, or maybe they do, but they're not selling their shit mainstream stuff. It's kind of probably off their e-commerce, their website.
Right.
But like, what do people that are solely like, this is my career of supplements, what do they think of people like them that really they're a clothing brand and now they're doing this as like side hustle, side cash?
I actually think people like it.
Okay.
Because it brings new consumers maybe to the supplement world that weren't before.
Sure.
Right. Like so, if you follow Dana Bailey, and she is a fucking freak, obviously, but
right.
Maybe these people looked up to her because she was a woman and she was doing some really impressive things in the world of fitness. So maybe now they start dabbling in the supplements, albeit their line, but maybe they don't like their line after a bit, and they start kind of going to other ones and they start dabbling. I mean, I don't. Competition's a good thing. I mean, as you know, you go to Olympia and you'll see a company one year and the next year they're out of business. So it's. I don't think it'd be.
They don't even last a year. It lasts like a month.
It's kind of numb now. Like there's not a new brand that's gonna. That's why I think it's great. So that we were talking way earlier in the podcast about how I saw that Triple H ad and he was
so sick.
With BSN.
Suck it.
Yeah, suck it, baby.
Oh.
The guy who had started BSN, sold BSN, had a non-compete clause for I think 3 years. And after 3 years, he said, I want to get back into it. But he didn't want to get back into the powdered supplements. Like, he got back into hardcore food. And the brand is called Sinister Labs. So if you've heard of Sinister Labs, peanut butter spreads, they have protein bars,
put a
pancake.
skull on it, shit's selling.
And it's one of the hottest food
Dude, their
brands
cookies,
now.
shit on Lenny and Larry's.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Shit.
Now, you could argue they're not that great for you because of the coating on it. But I love Scott. But now they have, like, hardcore syrup for the pancakes that they make. Like, he's doing it right.
Yeah.
There's a white space. So I think, like, the issue now, like everybody, like you said earlier, everybody wants to start a supplement company because it'd be cool. I could be a brand.
Well, it's the same with apparel.
Start apparel because all you need to do is find a screen printer or buy the stuff and do it. The barrier to entry is minimal to these type of industries, but then how do you separate yourself? You have a sweet niche with Iron and Ink, right? Like tattoos, fitness go together, but you're more than just like a fitness brand. Like you're a
lifestyle.
Yeah, a
lifestyle.
God. Yeah.
In fact, we were just waiting for. I'm like, I hate when people say that,
but it's true
in their marketing, and it is. And that's the thing, though, is like for us, though, we're trying.
You said to me one time, like, I don't want to make stringers because I don't want to strictly be a fitness brand.
Absolutely.
Like, I want to.
Was it you that wanted one, or no?
No, I wanted a stringer for myself because I'm jacked in my mind. But I mean, I'm just saying, like,
I mean, I look like a freak.
Yeah, I look like a freak sometimes. But I'm just saying, like, that to me resonated because it's like, you're thinking about it the right way because you can only make so many stringers and you want somebody to wear your shirt to church on Sunday. Right? Like,
where they wear it and they're like, dude, I crush a 600-pound squat, deadlift, whatever I want, and I can go out on the town on a Saturday night, throw a jacket on with it, and I look good. And that's, to me, that's where that consumer demographic just went like this. And you're welcoming people. And I always say it's not necessarily for everybody because, and do you have to have tattoos? No. But that's the thing is if you're reaching those people, they kind of intrigued. They're like, oh, it's pretty rad, and also coming out with more stuff. So, just so many people tell us that. They're like, are you going to do this? I'm like, no. Are you going to put a swear word on your shirt? Absolutely not. No. It's not tasteful. No. Like, no, I don't need to do that to say I'm hardcore. Like, you know what I mean? So, it's interesting when you get, I think, a lot of the, with branding, I think people lose it because it's cool. But that, like, right there, you shot yourself in the foot. Like, owning a supplement company, like, and we were talking earlier before the podcast, I was like, the term entrepreneur, it's like, it's not cool. Everyone thinks it's cool. Yeah.
It's cool to tell it to your friends, like, I own a supplement company.
Yeah, dude, I was like, I own a clothing company because legitimately I do, and it's like, we actually move units, and like, it's a brand, but it's like, getting to there, like, people heard the other episodes, like, dude, it's the furthest thing from cool. It sucked. Yeah. Like, it was royally horseshit. And then lawsuits and all this and that, and it's like, no, man, it's, you gotta love, why do you do supplements? Why are you in it? And you are... Rumor has it. Word on the street.
Rumor has it, yeah.
I've heard on the internet that now you're starting a brand yourself.
I'm working on it. So here's the thing that's different with me than a lot of these pop-up supplement companies, I'll call them. Because
what is a pop-up supplement company?
Pop-up supplement company is somebody has a bright idea on a Wednesday, and on Thursday they own a supplement company, right? Like, they spend the 25, 30 grand on the MOQ from the manufacturer. They create a pre-workout they think is the greatest thing on the planet, and they just assume it's going to move.
Right.
The world of the internet, folks, is you have to drive people to your website and make people well aware of you to buy your shit, right? Like,
that's why we're friends.
Yeah. So I have this platform that people now are entrusting in us to provide the right information. So at some point, I would like to use.
You set the building blocks.
Yes. So I created the content for 2-3 years before I release any kind of product because now I have the following, the trust in me. So they can trust in me that if I do release a product, which I'm working on now, that it's a product that actually works. Like, I have pretty strong morals on our site. Like, I'm not going to deviate from those, and I wouldn't deviate from those in a supplement that I create. Now, there's the conversation, like, is this a conflict of interest if I create a supplement because I'm reviewing other ones? No. At the end of the day, I would love for 100% of the supplements released in the market to be fucking fantastic.
You know why that attitude... I know somebody who has that attitude, and they're doing quite well, is the owner of Ghost.
Sure.
Dan.
Yeah, Dan's a stud.
He used to be with Cellucor, and they're fucked. They're tanked.
Well, they're not tanked.
I got
shitty supplements.
I got a couple questions so I don't
Except
lose
for
my mind.
Your new energy drink, I heard, is pretty good.
Oh, God, tasty as shit. Yeah. Strawberry watermelon, mind-blowing. Might be crack cocaine in it, but I drank one, and I felt great. So, But he, with Ghost, which is interesting, not to go into a whole marketing thing, but it's like, what did Frankie say? It's ripping the cartoon character, which actually is from Pac-Man. It's the Ghost from Pac-Man.
It's like a mix between the Pac-Man Ghost and the Snapchat Ghost.
Totally, yeah. And so their whole marketing is like, it's about them, but they're no bullshit. They're like, no, this is our stuff. Like, the label says everything on it.
Fully transparent,
fully
really good
transparent.
flavors.
Yeah,
they went on their partnerships, like the Warhead stuff.
So anyway, that was the guy where he goes, no, like, I'm promoting, like, our brand, but, like, you can copy me, but good luck. Go for it. Like, he doesn't give a shit.
No.
And that's why I love that attitude. And I'm like, then for me, I'm like, I'll take his shit because he's honest.
Yeah.
He's upfront. So, similar vibe to what you were saying, right?
Yeah, and the idea for if I do launch something would be, obviously, to provide clinically dosage of beneficial ingredients that I know that have studies that you can find on reputable sites, not like a Wikipedia fucking site. Like, these are from, like, NCBI, I can't remember the actual organization that does all the backing on this, but they have a ton of scholarly articles in terms of the ingredients. So I did formulate a pre-workout. It is fucking awesome. It's just super expensive.
You got some samples on
I just finished the last one today, actually, but I'll have more.
You're like, I'm still feeling it. I worked out at 6 a.m.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I know what that costs to make because I just formulated it. So when most people are making a pre-workout that costs $5-7 landed, if that, mine's almost $20 landed.
Yeah,
like that's the difference in the quality supplement that I would have to charge $50 for it direct to consumer, and now the price conscious consumer, because we price hoard the shit out of this business. Right. Cellucor sells for $30, where you can buy like 2 for $50 at Costco.
Yeah.
Garbage product, but the consumer thinks like the price anchoring system is like this, and then supplement companies are afraid to price for their value in their product because of the price anchoring. So a lot of, like, that supplement there, fantastic. Should be. They should charge more than what they do for it. They charge $40 for that because I think most supplement companies are afraid to go over $40 because that's
it's that margin of the
norm, right. But then I think about it, it's like, okay, you look at the automotive industry, right? You have your Kia, Cellucors. Yeah. You have your Chevys, your Fords, so that would be like your Optims, your $40 price range.
Yep.
Then you have your Porsches, and you have your Jaguars, and you have these premium cars that aren't for everybody.
And there's a reason they charge what they charge.
Yeah, why can't you create a supplement line that's not for everybody?
You can.
But you again, back to that niche brand, that's sort of like where I would be with it. It would be a higher priced line.
Sure.
But it would be a line that you know you're getting the benefits from that you're supposed to be getting. Like, you drive a Mercedes because it has quality fucking parts.
Yep.
It's super classy.
Not made in the US.
No. But I'm just saying, like, right? Like, you see the Mercedes versus a Chevy, there's a difference there. There's a quality difference. And that's the same when it comes to the supplements. So, like, this would cost me $20 to ship it, to market it. Like, you have to charge like $50. I wouldn't go through retailers like Sups or Bodybuilding because there's that price margin.
The margins,
like wholesaling. You know all about it, right? So
the wholesale, like in apparel, is dying hard because, which is fine. That's why e-commerce and like what we do here is fantastic because
to consumers
is the way to go. And I honestly, no matter where anything changes moving forward, I think that will always be there. Right. That's never going to shift. Fucking Amazon, whatever the case may be, direct to consumer is going to be the best way to do it. Now, the one thing is though with, you were talking earlier about a couple brands. I'm curious, not to get off track, but what happened with like brands like that got so big, like Muscle Farm?
What do you mean?
It's like Corey Gregory is now with his own thing in a sack, these crunch bars, and doing his own strongman thing, like independent, direct to consumer from Ohio, where he's from. Which he should have done that in the first place. But then Muscle Farm got massive, didn't it?
Well, I mean, it's kind of what happens from, like, bodybuilding.com got super massive.
It did, yeah.
Under Ryan DeLuca. And then he sold. And then this big conglomerate came in, kind of overtook operations, ran the business the wrong way, and now they're going to go out of business, I think, at some point. Like, Amazon is either going to buy them or when you start charging for content on a e-commerce site, like, you're having issues.
Yeah.
But then, like, Corey Gregory was at Muscle Farm. He sold it. And I think, again, this big conglomerate came in, started running things a little bit differently. Like, they didn't stay true to what made the brand popular.
Right.
Muscle Farm also made some, I think, in my personal opinion, poor endorsement decisions.
Oh,
with
time.
Who they
partnered with. Mega athletes. I'm like, how much was that?
They had the Arnold.
They're doing millions on contracts.
Right.
Like,
I mean, same with, like, anytime there's just bad business decisions that can really hurt your company.
Sure.
Or when you start changing, like Cellucor C4, when it first came out, was actually good.
Yeah, it was legit. I remember I took it way back in the day.
It was good. But then what we call in like our
I remember the C-Corp headquarters.
The General Mills world, we call it like you have like holistic margin management, they call it, where you try to like how can you change the product to make it cheaper, but
keep
still
it
still kind of taste
So
the
Quest
same?
did.
Right?
They changed what? They put it in corn now.
Well, Quest
in
did
their
that
bars.
with their bars too. Like
Right.
they went away from sugar, alcohol,
They're
and did
fucking
something else.
shit
or something,
bars
but,
And
No.
now they're like the consistency's fucking weird.
Right.
And
So I mean, it's just like some of the really when you want to change a product, you should take things away from the product that people don't want.
You got
right.
yeah.
Like if people don't in your world, right? If people don't care about tags, like they're fine with a tag on a shirt. You don't have to give them tagless if you don't want to, but
Right.
people actually don't like tags. But I'm
Right.
just saying, like using it as an example, if tagless isn't a thing that consumers strive for,
Right.
then don't give them tagless.
Right.
Why pay extra for
Right.
the cost of goods sold if you don't have to?
Right.
The same thing in like this world, but the supplement companies, they don't understand it. They just change things because they get money hungry. They start taking on more debt. They have more employees to pay. So how can you make more money?
Right.
And when you do that, at times you make business
Ah.
decisions that change the outlook of the business. Now, that's not to say Cellular can go out of business. Like they still have their agreement with the club stores, and they're still very popular because
Right.
of where they're at.
Right.
But then people gravitate away from that product because it's not as what it used. Same with Bang. Like we've
Yeah.
talked about this. Bang,
Yeah.
when it first came
You're
out,
not a Bang guy.
I'm not a Bang guy, and the reason why I'm not a Bang, I like the flavors. Their flavors are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But when VPX created Bang, like it was just kind of like this RTD, and then it became this huge thing to the point where it became a marketing company.
Yeah.
To the point where they could change their product, and they did. They took a bunch of shit out of their can that we used to get when it first came out,
Yep.
and it is what it is today. So it doesn't cost them a lot to produce, but they're in Hy-Vee, they're in
They're
every
everywhere.
gym.
Now
like,
they're in 7-Elevens,
Yeah, they're in mass
dude.
market.
They just use hot girls to spread
Yeah.
their asses.
You've seen them
and-
at the Olympia, and
Oh,
what
yeah.
they do at the
It's
stage.
annoying, actually.
It's so annoying,
Like,
yeah.
it's to the point now I see, like, they took it too far. But then you see the CEO, you go,
Yeah.
oh, it all makes sense.
But, like,
he wears,
you
like,
walk-
flowered shirts,
when
and he's
you-
got his veneers in, like, like, oh, I
you
get
walk
it.
around with a Bang, like you
Yeah.
feel cool. Like you're like, I got a Bang, so I must be cool. And
Well, the name.
Yeah.
And now what's funny, I told my buddy this. They're so smart because what they're doing, they went to fitness.
Mhm.
They're taking their energy drink and they're taking Monster and Rockstar out.
and they're doing a phenomenal.
Guess what they're
job with
doing? They just supported, they're from Florida.
Yeah.
They just supported the wakeboard.
it. Mm-hmm.
Guess who's been the mega energy drink for years? Rockstar.
Yeah.
Bang just said, we'll put more money. All their ads are dudes tattooed doing wakeboarding shit with hot chicks on surfboards and wakeboards. So he did the fitness route and now is diving into the extreme sports. They just signed, who's the big UFC dude? Major champ currently. Current champ. Horrible apparel. Like, looks weird. Like, the apparel's atrocious. But he's like, UFC world champion.
Sure.
He's now drinking Bang. I'm like, dude, they're doing it right. They're doing the opposite.
Yeah, I mean, they got
cheap as
crushing.
fuck to
Yeah.
make.
yeah, it's super cheap to make.
Yeah.
Like I mean, and
Crushing.
I don't know what does a can cost in the store, like $2.19.
$2?
Yeah.
$2,
You can get a case. Well, Jesse hooks us up. You can get a case for like 18.
Yeah,
No,
some of the crazy
they're
deals.
tasty treats though.
But
Not
now
gonna
you
lie.
get a lot of these fitness or supplement companies are now
Right.
like, let's try to capitalize on this RTD.
Oh,
industry.
dude.
Oh,
Fucking
everyone's doing a
Pro
drink
Subs
now.
does their Hide
Pro
Potion.
Subs, Hide,
Tastes like
Cellucor.
shit in a can.
Miracle Labs just came out with one, which actually I heard is fucking phenomenal, but it's hard to get your hands on it. So there's a lot of new ones coming out that are interesting, but I again, it's all like energy drinks, baby. That's
Well, here's
what
the
we
thing.
live
It's
on.
ready to it's a ready to go. It's quick. It's easy, right? The thing I have about taking it to the next level, because we noticed this in supplements, is like we talked about Blackstone. Like, I love Dust Extreme, and then it's kind of like, when do you go, okay, now what do we do next?
Mm-hmm.
For us as a clothing line, there's trends and there's always seasonal things. So
Right.
but us, it's always, you have to come up with cool shit, like
Yeah.
cool designs, right? Really, and that's what it boils down to,
Yep.
the bread and butter. Then it streams from everything else. In the supplement world, I feel like it's not only the marketing is almost secondary. It's more like, where do we take this shit? It's 300 milligrams of caffeine, BSM 1350.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going, there's this drip of something else in it.
It's the
like,
one-upping
It's
thing.
the
Yeah.
one-up method. I feel in supplements is more, that's like the next part. Why can't they just, like, if Blackstone is crushing with Dust Extreme, just keep pushing units of that and new flavors of that same product?
And it
You see what
always
I mean?
ends up being new formula.
Yeah,
And
I-
it ends up being a shittier formula.
It depends what type of supplement company you are. They're the ones who want to be the one-uppers, and they're the ones who typically aren't going to last or succeed.
Okay.
And then they're the ones who say, no, my formula is good. I'm going to expand outside the United States.
Right.
And the ones who are formulating their products for Europe, Canada, Australia, Brazil, where these people are consuming supplements like more than we are at some
Which
of these
is
countries.
insane, yeah.
Yeah, but they're not there. So like interesting, like Redcon 1, right? Like their Total War pre-workout is really popular in the States. He had to take DMHA out of it, but now he has a product that can go worldwide. So he's been formulating this pre-workout to get into Germany, to get into the UK, etc. Because the opportunity to make more money exists there than creating another product that you don't.
Just like the music industry, man. Like it's apparent that they're always 5-10 steps ahead than we are. We're always the last to trickle in. So the big question with that then is, why is there such a difference? Like, what's going on in Germany, England, like all these other places in the world, and then we've got us going on? So what's the difference that you're noticing?
We have loose regulations in our states.
Okay,
right? They have higher regulations. So everybody abroad and across seas, they want the American formula of something because we have like the coolest shit.
Oh, we got the wicked shit.
We have the wicked high stem.
Yeah.
Like, so people in Germany and the UK are like, I want that. Now, when you formulate you have to reformulate your product for these countries because some of them don't allow certain ingredients, and some of their regulations are just absolutely insane. Like it is what it is. But if you can keep your product very similar to what you offer in America and give it to them because you already have a huge following and they know it's fantastic, they're gonna buy the shit up. So it's just the challenge is finding a distributor, having that partnership, because you don't go direct to consumer in those countries. You typically go through a distributor,
right?
Because shipping's insane and whatever. But
which they're willing to pay for. But we know that, and
it's also a lot of work on that supplement company to forge these relationships, build these relationships, do marketing across seas. And then you have the lazy companies in which, I'm just going to create a new product for the American consumer, and I don't care about what's going on out there. So it just depends. Like, if your vision is to be the biggest apparel company in the world or the biggest supplement company in the world, like Aaron's is, like, you have to expand outside the United States. And there are brands out there in Brazil and Germany that we've never heard of that are starting to trickle into the States now.
Sure.
That'll be interesting to see how that kind of shakes things up. But at the end of the day, man, like, anybody and everybody has a supplement company, it seems like. And it's just, I have people hit me up all the time brands I've never heard of, like, hey, would you mind reviewing this? Well, sure, because I want to see like what these little small niche brands have.
I'm excited to try this rapper dude's. God. It says I'm going to be a god in the gym. Okay,
you are what they pray on.
I hate overhyping things. Like, I think a lot of products are overhyped.
Well, I trust you.
Even on there, like, what did they say, skin splings pumps or something.
So we got a whole laundry list of skin tearing pumps.
Well, we have to. So you have to explain this to me. So mind blowing pumps, that makes sense. Upgraded pumps. How do you define an upgraded pump?
I don't know. We should call Landon right now and be like, dude, we got you on this podcast.
And by the way, I want to fucking freestyle, bro. Now.
You would too.
Oh, I'm sure you would.
What's in the upgrade? Does it say upgraded pump or is there a complex?
It says plus upgraded pump. No.
Let's hit him up.
There's
now.
Citrulline, agmatine, he's got, I don't know, Norvaline, some other things in there probably. I can't remember if it's even in that one, but it's a laundry list of shit.
So, question for you. What is your opinion on brick and mortar in-house supplement shopping? So like your GNCs, all that. Yep. Do you see in the future, because you don't have, it's just like clothing. It's the storefronts are dying. They are. You don't have to go to a store to buy. I don't even remember the last time I bought clothes in an actual store. What do you think is the future for places like that?
I think there's actually a bright future for brick and mortar.
Oh, you think so?
But not in the form of GNC and vitamin shops.
Okay.
So I think your independent supplement shops are doing the vetting process. They're very similar to kind of like what we do. They go out and they find these small niche brands or these products that work, and then they bring them in. Because as a consumer, like, you guys have never heard of this brand before, but if I had John's Supplement Shop in the corner and you knew that I was reputable for bringing in brands that you never heard of before, you'd probably come in.
Yeah.
And and you'd most likely probably buy it there because they don't price hoard either.
Right.
They price the product very similar to e-commerce. So there are a lot of like independent brick and mortar supplement shops that are doing very, very well, even in the day of Amazon. Like, Amazon is killing it, obviously. I think I read something like 60% of all online something is through Amazon, or some 40%, some crazy number.
Of everything across the board, or are you talking supplements?
No, everything across the board, like in terms of everything. But like your GNCs, they just closed 200 stores. They are struggling. Vitamin Shop just replaced their entire C-suite. They're struggling, but they're also now starting to gravitate towards or away from some of those big brands like the Optimums and the Muscle Techs, and they're starting to bring in some of the smaller ones.
I'll be honest, I noticed that. Yeah, I went to Vitamin Shop over in Edina.
Yeah.
They got some of that good of the brands that are pretty, rare.
Yeah.
And they're intense stuff. I mean, they don't have like Blackstone, but those style brands.
They just Redcon 1 as of June 1st now is in Vitamin. What do you mean?
Yeah. So do you think because of that these big name companies like First Form, Optimum Nutrition are going to take a hit because of that?
It's hard to say. Well, it's hard to say because they've got such a big brand. They have such big relationships with such big stores. Like Optum, you can find at your grocery store.
Yeah.
You can find at Costco's.
Target now.
That's where a majority of people shop. And like, if my mom wants protein powder and she's going down the store shelf, she's probably just going to grab Optum because she doesn't know the difference. And that's still a big big majority of the consumers. You know, it's actually really funny though too. You bring up some of these big companies. I actually had Muscle Tech reach out to me yesterday, and I think they see value in partnering with websites like what I'm doing.
Totally.
And so they want to do some collab stuff with us. And
they got that
they
got that 35-pound jug of protein you can buy.
Probably.
They do their supplements. I remember I used to take Muscle Tech and it tasted like cleaning fluid. And I'm like, what? It tastes like
Dude,
trash.
I love that when you can buy the big fucking pail of protein.
The big fuck you jug of protein.
25
a lot.
Hey,
you know?
25 scoops is a serving.
You know, Alex, it's hard to say because like you never. It's when you're I don't know what Optimum even is. Optimum is owned by the same company that owns Muscle Tech and BSN. Like,
right.
and
they're all under the same
They're all
umbrella.
under the same
Yeah.
thing. So like that's why I feel like those companies aren't going to ever go out of business because they have the
Well, they
financial
lose
backing.
one.
Yeah.
They close one window. They already had 8 more open.
Right.
They just fluctuated.
When you're that, I mean, it's for me, like even in the world of business, you look at some businesses that are really, really huge. The big businesses that are really huge don't close all that often. Like occasionally you hear of like a major airline or something shutting down, but when you have that kind of cash flow and that kind of money and
they know how to move it.
They end up just buying out like the smaller guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it's typically the smaller ones that go out. Now that's not to say it can't happen. It definitely could happen, but it's.
Well, I mean, think about it. Like, put your shoes in this guy's place, right?
Yeah.
I mean, say he has this golden product, and then Optimum's like they know it, and they're like, hey man, here's a check.
Yeah.
You know, money does talk. So, you know, there's that whole avenue as well, you know, where this guy might be like, I just got a $6 million check that cashes.
Yeah.
Can I call it a day? Or is that his passion? He's like, no, I'm going to do the slow and steady grind. And to me, like we were talking before, that exclusivity, right? Like, I trust you because I'm like, dude, you know my kind of talent. So I'm like, come on, man, what's good? Like, you got anything new for me? And then Ryan's like, hey, man, try this stuff. And then I'm like, oh, sweet, you know? And then that's kind of what I felt. I'm not even in the supplement world, but what I think is true with the brick and mortar aspect is like you go to that store, it's like a skate shop. Like why is like CalSurf still around? They've been around forever and they're in Uptown, right? Rent's not cheap there, but it's like people know that's the spot. Like that's the hangout that you go to get like a good setup or a good, you know, deal on a snowboard jacket or whatever. You know what I mean? And I feel that's how that industry is going to change. It's like Vitamin Shop and GNC is like they'll always somewhat be around, but then these like pop-up shops, almost exclusive supplement shops, will kind of be the new trend. You know what I mean?
I mean, it'd be nerve-wracking to open a brick and mortar in the world of the internet for sure. But if you can do it right and you can provide value, you can provide maybe free shipping locally, and you could have why can't you have a brick and mortar store with an e-commerce platform, right? Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you could have an e-commerce, like Fitness Informant could become an e-commerce platform. I could open an FI shop down the road, and do this. You know, so it's. Yeah, it's super.
Or you could go cheap style and do it out of a warehouse and turn it into a actual store. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
That's actually how like Supplement Warehouse was. Big ass.
Well,
warehouse.
yeah. I mean, dude, that's what it is. I mean, most brands now are flipping the script and they're just coding the front end as like a storefront, and then you open that little doorway, and then it's.
Exactly.
This is where the magic happens. It's not magical. It's just a fucking warehouse. But supplements aren't going to be like in shiny glass cases, like rotating with lights. It's like, no, that's the storefront, or make it look cool. You know what I mean?
But every supplement shop needs like slushy machines of pre-workouts.
So sick.
Like the you know where you can actually taste it.
Oh,
like,
I love that.
The fact that some of these companies exist and they don't have like the taste of the stuff there.
Right.
It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to sample. You got to try it before you buy it.
Right.
Right.
Because most people are buying on taste. Well, I can drink this, even though it's good. That's why people buy C4 because it tastes good.
Does it taste good?
I think so.
Does
That's what I've been told.
Good taste.
Honestly, I've not had the new C4. I haven't had C4 since it originally came out.
Really?
I won't touch it. But that's because I mean I don't give a shit about taste. Like for me in a pre-workout, taste isn't the number one priority.
Yeah.
It's what the benefits that I'm going to get from it.
Oh, I've had some doo-doo product,
shit.
and then I have it, and I'm like, oh, is it working? I think the other question is what is the definition of is this working? Right?
And that's to everybody it's different, right?
Right.
So
that's the thing that's hard in
some
that
people
industry.
will feel the beta-alanine, the itchy feeling. They think, God damn, this is working. Now beta-alanine serves an actual purpose, people. It's not just an itchy ingredient. Like it actually
muscle endurance,
strength output,
skin tearing pumps.
Yeah.
But like, that's the thing. Like niacin too. That's why.
Oh, my favorite! I could chug that shit all day.
Like niacin, actually, I don't think niacin should ever be in a pre-workout.
Right.
But like, what niacin does, if you take enough of it, it kind of gives you that flush.
Right.
And you kind of get like that warm feeling.
Oh yeah.
And then some people think, oh shit, this is working. Niacin's like fucking super cheap.
Yeah.
And but that's. You put these certain ingredients in that the feeling comes instantly. Yeah. You can get away with using a lot.
Yeah, I actually don't like that, and that's why I liked Blackstone, their Dust Extreme, because it wasn't that what I felt. it was like the pump, and I just like I just couldn't stop lifting.
I think that's why
so
C4 had so much success. Well, one, it was always when you thought pre-workout, you thought C4.
Yeah.
That was but they
Right.
loaded that shit with beta-alanine and fucking niacin. So when you took it, you're like, oh my God, I feel this. It's working.
Yep.
Right.
It's working. So I'm going to continue to use it.
I think the problem is in our industry, like we know each other and we do what we do. We work out and we're in this industry, but lo and behold, that's a small niche. That's actually not the majority of population.
No.
So when you talked about your mom a little bit ago, like, oh, she went down the aisle and like bought something, that's where I think those companies are thriving so well. They're like, fuck Arnold Expo, fuck the Olympia. We're smashing Costco Target, dude.
Yeah.
Like I was in Costco and I'm like, Muscle Farm, Cellucor. I'm like, oh god,
Yeah, all the big
Optimum.
brands are there.
Some dude, he's like in his 50s. He's like, oh, whey protein. Bought like 3 jugs. I'm like, 3 units. This guy has no clue what he's drinking, but he's just whey protein, right?
And I think, like you were saying, you don't go for taste. I don't either because I just slam my shit.
But this better not
so it
taste like
doesn't
shit.
matter. It doesn't matter to me. But a large, I'd say, I don't know fucking stats or it, but taste is so important to so many people.
I still think when it comes to a pre-workout, to the majority of people who take it, taste is still good.
Yeah.
One thing.
I kind of want to jump on part 2 of my question here. We talked about, your philosophy, which is take nothing for people trying to lose weight. What about people trying to gain muscle? Top supplements.
Eat. Like if you follow
dog,
me
eat.
on Facebook, like I will tell everybody.
It's so annoying following him. I'm like, oh, he's eating more again.
If you're trying to gain weight, eat a goddamn chicken breast, white rice,
Right.
and eat a lot of it. Like, okay,
Yep.
or if you want to, get on gear. But if you get on gear,
Right.
I'm not saying, like, I'm not encouraging people to do that. But if you also
But
get
you
on
can,
gear,
though. Yeah.
And again, I have no qualms with that at all. Like, I love
What
Mark
about
McGuire and Sammy
testosterone
Sosa.
boosters? What's your thought on that?
Okay, so if you actually have low test,
Get tested.
go to a doctor and
They will test
get
that.
stuff from a doctor, because the stuff that they sell you in an over-the-counter, 99% of them are
Black
garbage.
market?
There are
With the dark internet.
yeah, like, but I mean, like, even there are some test boosters in which Chris Gethin just came out with one called Faradrox. It is literally the only test booster in the history of me looking at test boosters that is optimally dosed in every ingredient put in there, and those ingredients have clinically backed studies to actually boost testosterone, libido, and like recovery. So it's actually a really good test booster. But it's
Probably
not
expensive as
but
fuck.
what the test booster's job is supposed to do is not boost your testosterone levels to the point of becoming like super anabolic. It's supposed to keep your testosterone levels in the healthy range.
Mm-hmm.
If you want high testosterone levels, like super high ones, you have to get on gear. But if you're on like your test levels are like 70, which is like borderline dangerous. When your test levels get that low and people are on TRT or HRT, which is a whole other conversation, but I know several people on TRT and HRT, and people will just point the finger and be like, they're on the juice. Well, they have to be, because they could literally die if they don't. Like, you're so depressed and there's no energy.
I went to the doctor and I had blood work done and everything, and my testosterone levels are fucking terrible.
Yeah, but when you get older, that happens.
But
He's not old, though. He's only 24.
25 now.
25.
Someone missed their birthday.
My doctor's like, it fucking sucks. You're 25. We don't feel comfortable, doing anything about this. So I got to skate it out until I'm like 30.
Right.
Because they're like, you're too young. But yeah, for me, I don't know how the hell I'm able to actually maintain muscle mass and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, my testosterone levels are fucking atrocious.
If I would say if the male population got tested, I would say because of our diets in this country, like majority of them are going to be super fucking low.
Yeah. Right. But that low testosterone impacts so much of your life, your mood, your recovery, your muscle reproduction, fucking everything.
Low test is going to lead to obesity for sure, because you're depressed, you eat shit, plus your metabolism doesn't work. I mean, so back to your point, like if you legitimately have low testosterone, go see a doctor, get on a prescription. I'm not a fan of prescription of anything, but like in this case, if they're going to give you whether it be testosterone replacement therapy or hormone replacement therapy, that's not a bad thing. So,
I think a lot of people are on that once they post a certain age from their doctor. Like, it's actually well known, but they don't correlate it with, like, you're running gear, right?
No, but you could. Like, now, if you actually take more of that than you're supposed to, putting your threshold like over 700, then now it's a performance enhancement drug. Like, so I had this whole conversation with Mark Lobliner about this, because he's on TRT, and people just say like, you're on steroids. Yeah, he's on steroids prescribed by his doctor, but he said, I'm not taking dosages that put my test levels through the roof.
So what for those who aren't familiar with that, what is, if you were to have like low testosterone and you were injecting testosterone prescribed by a doctor, what would be like a classic average dose that a normal person would take?
I'm not really sure what the dosage would be. I think it's dependent on what your test levels probably are too. Because I think your normal healthy testosterone levels is 500 to 700 free testosterone. I had my blood work done too. I can't remember exactly. That sounds right to me. So it's somewhere in that area. But like anything, maybe it's 400 to 700. It's a bigger range. But like,
but like 70 is fucking low as
70
shit.
Is like 70 would be low, 100 would be low, 800 would be high. Like they said, Dallas McCarver was like 55,000 when he died.
Jesus Christ!
But I think that there are people saying the toxicology report was wrong because that's how the fuck do you get that high?
Well, either way, you look at the dude and it's like, come on, man. Yeah. I mean, it turns into like you turn into a freak show.
Right?
Like how long you gonna it's just paying roulette, man. Spinning that fucking I mean,
but yet low test levels are like nothing to fuck around with because like I mean you're tired.
Oh yeah,
a lot.
I'm fucking tired all the time.
And it sucks. So I mean, it's like, and then some people like in your case, you probably go to a different doctor, go to 3 doctors until somebody finally says, "Fine, we'll prescribe you TRT or HRT," and then now the conversation is like, do I want to take that? Is there a moral question you're asking yourself? Like,
sure.
But at the end of the day, man, get yourself healthy. Like I've known people that get on TRT, it saved their marriage, it saved their life because they're a totally different person when their test levels are where they're supposed to be. And like I've had blood work done before, my test levels were low. I took a testosterone booster actually. First time I ever did that, and I went back and got blood work done again afterwards, and I was back in the normal range. So there are some test boosters, sure, but again, those test boosters are not going to boost your test levels to the point where you're going to be like putting on 10 pounds of lean muscle in a month. That just doesn't happen. So
it boils back down to food, man. Yeah. Like it's you gotta eat, man.
Eat to gain, and it's hard, man.
It's a full-time job.
Do you mind sharing with listeners what your protein intake is per day?
I do like a gram per body weight.
Okay.
I try to. So like I'll stick. I'm at 205 right now roughly, so I'm doing about 205, probably a little bit more. Okay. Because I don't measure my chicken breast anymore. Like I used to count macros, but. That's a whole. I mean, you can hit on this, Jeff. Like when you count macros and you look at like a side of a box or whatever, those calories are just estimated calories. So nothing's exact anyway.
As long as you're hitting like as close as you can to the ballpark.
So I mean,
dude. I mean, I always tell people it's even on the cut of the fucking meat. Yeah. Like it says this, like a lean ground beef or whatever is this, but it's still not what that label says to that accurate number. Yeah. It's not. And people need to realize that.
Cut, right?
Like the type of cut.
Like a ribeye is delicious, but it's not good for you.
No, it's all fucking fatty.
You're right. I mean, so I'm very strict on, so I do chicken breast. If I'm gaining, I'll do white rice. If I'm trying to cut, I'll do like cauliflower rice, trying to cut some carbs.
Yeah, I love that shit from Costco, man.
What do you range at from carbs from like?
Well, right now, I'm probably, so I carb cycle a bit depending on my day of week of when I'm working out. So if I'm doing like arms, I do maybe 50 to 100 grams of carbs. If I'm doing legs or back, I'm trying to do like 450 grams of carbs.
Oh, it makes sense. That's what you're putting out.
Groups. Yep. So,
on the day that you do them.
Yeah.
We're always curious because we were talking earlier about like cycling the body through different eating patterns.
Well, like the day before I'll eat more. So like the day before I do, because your body's not going to utilize those carbs until like 12, 14 hours later anyway.
Yep.
So like if I'm doing legs on a Tuesday, I'll probably eat more carbs
heavy
on
a Monday.
Yep. So
I always tell people that too. It's always not in the moment. You realize this thing right here, it's got to break it down, and it's got to just. It's a long track, and like people literally think. Now there are certain foods that you can crank,
sure.
And you're like, whoa, I'm feeling it, right? But like we talk about this a lot because obviously we train, and he has a lot of questions. I'm like, dude, it's trial and error, truly. I mean, what it boils down to is like. I do this, it works really fucking good for me, and it might not for him. I mean, look at our frames, very different, right? But then he tries it, and he's good about trying and being consistent. And he's like, oh, that didn't work, or oh shit, this really works for me,
I play hockey a lot. I used to do before a couple hours before a game, I would crush a Chipotle burrito, thinking like, oh, of course, I'm gonna use that energy. And then I figured out I was like sluggish as shit. I was like, why is that happening? And then like a light bulb goes off. It's because you're digesting everything. So it's like if you're gonna do stuff like that, eat it the day before.
Yeah,
and then utilize it the next day.
Yeah, like if I do like a killer leg day and say I had like a bad meal of like it's gonna be pizza. I'll crush that, wake up that next day, no food consumption, just a pre, go smash legs, nuts. Best fucking lift I've had. Because I'm just like going nuts because I have the energy to use, right? So I've noticed that as I've gotten older, I'm only 33, I'm turning 34, but you sit there and you go, oh wow, now even when I do fasted type cardio, does it work for me in the morning, at night? I was like, it doesn't, it's what you think is working for you or what it actually is. take notes. You know what I mean?
And there's multiple ways to get there.
There is.
If your goal is to gain weight, you can approach it from multiple.
And that's why I hate a lot of, no offense to trainers, but I hear it and I actually like correct people. A couple people, come through and they like, oh, I'm working with this trainer. I'm like, oh, let me guess, 3 sets of 10. Fucking 6 ounces because you're a dude, chicken breasts, and wait, you're a chick, so you're only 3 to 4 ounces. Yep. Bing, like I just won. Like the content, it's like it's bullshit. Like look at that girl. Like my fiance is like pretty jacked. Like she's got a lot of muscle.
Yeah, she kick your ass,
right? Yeah. So she's got a lot of muscle, but the whole thing is like she does eat well. She's but then she knows how to lean out her way.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
You have to. Such a huge part of it is real, and I think most guys want to be like, oh, I want to be this fucking monster dude, and you have to be realistic with your goals. Like, what is your body frame? Do you have the capabilities of doing that?
Exactly.
If not, hey, you're a thinner guy. You have
ripped.
You look
like,
you
look
have
ripped,
thinner shoulders and everything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I actually like. It's funny how my mindset. You talked about like. Where we would look at me, oh, fuck, I'm fat, right? Mm-hmm. I actually sway my look differently. Like I used to be like, oh man, you look great. And I'm like, wear a medium T instead of a large. Watch what happens, baby. The magic happens. Like truly, be like, dude, you look fucking huge, man. I'm like, it's a medium. Mm-hmm. It's not a large today, So,
well, just kind of jumping off one more thing. I'd also feel like we should touch on the point. Like fats don't make you fat. I think we should. We haven't said that yet on this podcast.
Oh yeah,
but we definitely need to.
Well, or like the food items, carbs and fats are categorized as these are bad for
certain fats, trans fats make you fat.
Totally, yeah. But I mean, we're talking like, hey, if I eat avocado or cheese or eggs, like, no, this is good shit for you. Now the question is, what type of cheeses are you eating? And things like that.
Like, how many fats, Ryan, do you eat in a day?
I don't even know anymore, man. It's pretty much most of my fats come in the form of. It's gonna be avocado, honestly.
Or like oil.
It's my favorite, dude.
Coconut oil I used to do. But
I fucking hate avocado.
I
wish I liked it.
I absolutely love it.
Aren't you? Mandy was doing. Is she still doing that? Like 100 plus grams of carbs a day for her. Like
100 plus,
fats. Yeah.
Yeah, she's eating high fats. She's shedding weight like a mother.
I did that when I.
It's great. Well, she's doing keto, but not keto.
Modified keto.
It's a modified keto, which is honestly, it's the best thing you could do because keto is shit after a while because you will go insane. Carb cycling, you will lose your fucking mind. I've done it in bodybuilding competitions. I've done all that shit. But the main thing is like when you sit there and go, it's just keto's the way. I said it's the fucking trend cycle right now. And then the Whole Foods ass clown, literally he's saying eat real food, and he marketed and made money. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? I mean, it's just like
dude.
30 days of eating real food. I'm like. And what's
30,
his shtick?
There's the Atkins, there's paleo, there's keto. I mean,
but at the end of the day, it's like the keto, modified keto is truly like old school caveman, original, like how we are made as mammals. You know what I mean?
And I would say, for people listening or watching that don't understand what a modified keto is, it's like you're still getting your gram of protein per body weight. Because in a real keto, you're taking down your protein significantly, right? You're actually replacing carbs with healthy fats. So you're upping your fats, you're lowering your carbs, you're keeping your protein levels consistent. That's modified keto, or that's the Jeff Bossart diet right there. Coin it and sell it. But that's what I did when I did my photo shoot. And I got fucking shredded as shit for it. So.
I mean, you looked okay.
Great. And then I
looked fucking
like
a god.
Like a god.
I mean, that's the thing is like it's all watching and just. I think it is old school. Get a piece of paper, a notebook, journal. Photos don't fucking lie. So you can tell yourself whatever the hell you want, but at the end of the day, man, if you're doing something consistency, take a pic. Front, side, back.
You know what also is tape measure.
Fast forward, tape measure, yeah. But then also, too, what's your goal? Like, I want 22-inch biceps, well, that's why you need a tape measure. But then it's like, if you're physically looking in the mirror and you're like, I want to get leaner and more ripped, that's how you do it. Not looking at a scale, and we know this, but fats, it has that negative tie of that name, carbs and fats. I used to even be that way. I'm in this industry, and
calories,
I used to
too.
Calories. I've never counted calories, man.
No, but like even like if somebody looks at a label and says, "Oh, it's got 300 calories," this isn't good for you.
That's
like,
the norm.
What kind of calories is it?
Yeah, that's the norm of, and people don't even know what calories are.
Right.
Like that they're made up of. Like, what kind of calories?
There's nutrient-dense foods out there high in calories that are actually good for you.
So they just assume that that's 2,000 calories.
Shit, I already ate all my calories for the day.
People say I've heard that. I mean, and that's what makes it really tough.
It's like that. What's the goddamn diet where people take pictures of their label and they see how many points they have. Weight Watchers.
Fuck
that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
but see, it was a genius marketing way, man. I mean,
people are still doing it today.
They are to this day, and I think that if we go back to basics, like real basics.
Yeah, brother.
chicken, rice, meat, real meat. You don't do that. You know, if you're more veg, real vegetables, not processed shit. You get your goals quicker.
Well, I think people make it so complicated.
It's actually more simplistic, really.
If you break it down, like shop the perimeter of the grocery store, it's very simple.
Yeah. It's more, I think people get like, it doesn't taste good. I go, but you're saying that because your palate is fucked right now.
You taught yourself to
enjoy Doritos and McDonald's drive-thru or Chick-fil-A, you know?
That, and I think there's so many options of ways you can eat now, where it's all vegan and just all these crazy different types of options of, you know, gluten-free and just...
I think one of the best trends, though, and it's not really a trend, I'm like, thank God this is coming about, is like Grab a Green. Truce. Pressed juice shops.
Sure.
But Grab a Green's like, here's a bowl, like a Chipotle bowl. It's got yams.
Crispy green.
Yeah, we got crisp and greens, a salad basically of Chipotle, which you can make that shit unhealthy easily. But at Grab a Green, it's like, you know, quinoa noodles, like real grain, real protein, real fats, done. And it's like, yeah, you're spending more money there. But dude, like you said, you're putting it in your body. You only get one of these.
It's so good too. If it tastes amazing and you feel good after it.
You don't feel like a bag of shit.
It's amazing when you eat healthy how different you feel than when you. I love Chipotle as much as the next guy, but sometimes when you down a whole burrito bowl or a burrito, you kind of feel like shit.
And it's hard because like we were talking about portion control. You are not going to tell me that I'm going to get a burrito loaded to the brim and I'm going to eat a third. I'm going to do a third of this.
No.
Keep it for tomorrow. I'm going to be like, fuck that. This is going down the hatch right now. And then 2 hours later, I'm about to take a nappy nap.
I might get Chipotle on the way home now. You guys are...
That sounds...
You buying or am I buying? I don't
Jets
know.
Pizza.
Yeah, Jets. Where you at? Yeah.
Do that.
What I guess if we want to... Is there any stuff that you have... I guess where do you see... We can kind of, you know, go towards the wrapping up part. Where do you see a couple things of like... Where's the supplement world going? Or do you think it's just turning into a clusterfuck hodgepodge of just a bunch of idiots that want to be... Like, hey, I want to one-up this guy because... You know what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going with this question?
I think the supplement industry is going to the way of the consumer's demands. And what I mean by that is the consumers are going to start demanding more fully transparent, more explanation behind the products. And the consumer, like... The consumer today is more educated than it was of yesterday.
Yeah.
We're more cognizant of what we are putting in our body. We shop better. We're becoming more healthy, although we're still one of the most unhealthy countries in the world. But I think the trend is like we're starting to realize that, and you see gyms have their member rates are probably higher than they've ever been now.
Right.
Some of the personal trainers are like the good ones
are
probably way too busy for their own good.
Right.
So to the point where we're starting to demand and we expect excellence from our products because we're starting to expect excellence from the brands in which we use. That's why we shop at Nordstrom's and these crazy expensive stores. So I think the supplement companies are going to have to cater to the demands and the expectations of the consumer, which is a good thing.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's great. Because we have the internet now, where, you know, 15 years ago you had to fucking dial her up.
Right.
And so everyone's got all the information at the click of a button. And now you need to know what you're putting in your body. And I think people want that now, where it's, you know, it used to be an ignorance is bliss type situation. And now that's just not acceptable.
Yeah, and it's going to take time.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen overnight. I mean, the fact that we still eat McDonald's like crazy.
Dude, I went to a movie yesterday. Drove by, the line was down the block.
But it's a convenience factor, right? Most people buy things based on convenience because we're so time. We think that we're so limited on time because
we're not. We have a lot of time.
We have a lot of time, and then we fill it by scrolling on our cell phones. I'm to blame too.
Garbage.
Right? Like, you take away the 3 hours of Facebook a day, you have plenty of fucking time. Life. But it's and I do the same thing. So
I used to, and I'm way better at it. But yeah, I mean, I love the fact I can sit down, read a book, hammered out all of our work shit that we need to do here at the clothing brand, and it's like train my clients, did this with family, and I still have 6 hours in the day. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're right. There's plenty of fucking time.
But then you get somebody like me, when you have 3 hours of doing nothing, you're like, what can I do to fill my time?
Yeah.
You know, you always try to stay busy. It depends what type of person you are, but like that's the type of person I am. So
you want to work in the warehouse, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna start mixing paint with Alec over here.
It's fun. Do it. Or you can mix chem. You know, you can get some supplements popping.
Start her up.
We got the masks. We got it all back
there. You can have a come up story. Yeah, fucking started.
What kind of story?
A come up.
Oh God, you guys are fucking pervs over here.
I didn't realize this was an NC-17 podcast.
In the warehouse, fucking.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Walter Whited it.
Do we have any final kind of closing
man, what's
thoughts
the
here?
where's your brand going, or what do you feel besides? Okay, so you gave me the insight of the industry where you feel it's going.
Right.
you're dabbling in possibly doing your own supplement. What's the besides the podcast? What's the future of besides informing people, which I feel that's plenty. Like you don't have to like go do more shit. I feel like we need as much of that as possible, and like keep hammering that home. Yeah. But what else do you have going on with Fitness Informant? And I
would say, I mean, there's two things in terms of like options. Or three options I can have. Just kind of keep things the way they're going now, which is totally fine. Another option would be to eventually evolve FI into an e-commerce platform where I'm still providing quality content, but now you come to my site, I do the vetting for you, I sell supplements in which that I feel are appropriate and good, so you're not going to come to the site and see Cellucor C4. You're not going to see some of these supplements in which you're not going to get a benefit from. And then the third thing is to launch my own brand eventually based on my beliefs, based on my morals, and how I feel that a supplement should be formulated. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. It's busy. Like, I'm a one-man show, so like I'm doing all the video editing myself. I'm doing the podcast editing myself. I'm writing all these articles myself.
Good for you, man.
So
that's awesome.
It's and the fact, like, I have a family, and so it's like, how much time do you have to do things? But I think that, you know, the formulation of the supplement will be cool. It'll be interesting to see it if I finally decide to like take that leap of faith and do it.
I mean, one way too you could is maybe like a brand or a company that's kind of dropping the ball. Maybe you can provide them almost like the way the Gorilla Chemist is.
Yeah, like a consultant or
a consultant, because I truly believe that a lot of supplement companies are like, yeah, man, I can market the shit out of anything.
Right. And honestly, like too, I mean, I've had soft offers to join supplement companies as their marketing director based off of what we've done with FI, but right now I'm good with what I'm doing. You know, it's still
stay the course, man.
Yeah, you know, so
all these doors. I mean, that's the same with us. It's like doors will open if you're good at what you do.
Right,
shit's good. That's it. That's all you got to worry about. But I wish there was. It's good there's not. I mean, there's a good thing you're out there. We're gonna promote you till the cows come home, because I mean, for me, it's like being friends with you, but also knowing this. It's like it really is nice to have someone you can be like, hey man, you tried this, and you're like, that's garbage, but you have reason why. It's not because you don't like their marketing or whoever's behind it. You're like, no, legitimately, that product is not good.
Yeah, and I don't care if people get butthurt off of what I do. Like I've burned bridges with people because I've looked at their product and I said, this is shit, and now they don't want to work with me anymore. Well, you should have known that prior to sending me your stuff.
Yeah.
If you know, like,
100%.
what my reputation is, and you send me something in which you know for a fact is garbage, I'm going to tell people it's garbage.
You're gonna call them out.
Sorry if it hurts your feelings, but that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's my job.
Well, it's also shame on you for creating shit product and putting it out there, right?
You're on blast. I'm gonna like you're gonna be shamed for becoming a marketing company, putting something out there in which people are paying $40 for a gram of beta-alanine, 5 grams of creatine, which is clinically dosed, but then maybe you get like a pixie dust or something else, and that's going to do nothing for you.
God, I've been watching that Netflix show Dope, and it's like he sounds like the dude that's the heroin guy. Like, I want to take this little pound of Coke that's only for 20, and I'm actually going to put baking soda in with water, and now I just sold it to 200 people. I'm like, dude, they're the best entrepreneurs, drug dealers, unreal.
Yeah, until they get caught.
Yeah, until they get caught, yeah. But, dude, thank you so much. We're probably going to break this in 2 parts, but tell everybody where they can get a hold of you, how they find you, all that fun.
Plug. This is the plug section.
It's all about plug.
Fitnessinformant.com, pretty simple.
Yep.
Facebook.com/fitnessinformant. Then the Instagram handles and Twitter handles, because of the character limitation, is @fitinformant. So that was a little pain in my dick. And then we're also Fitness Informant on Snapchat too. If people still use Snapchat, even though Insta Stories is the way to go.
Yeah, I heard Snap is dying hard.
Snap is dying. But if you want my nudes,
dick pics are. It should just be dick pic.
Yeah,
your progress pics. Oh no, here's Ryan. He like each. That's every snap. Love it.
Like every 6th snap, you get a very enlarged picture of
a tasteful dick pic. Yes, that's what I'm about.
Awesome. Now you just got a ton of like new fans, but. Yeah, so, dude, thank you so much. It's really, dude, it's helpful because I just think this kind of shit is so important.
So are stringers in the Iron Inc. Fitness.
Yeah, not a chance. It's called a pair of scissors. Learn how to cut your shit right. So, but Ryan, thanks, dude. Appreciate you being here. And, we'll see you guys soon.
And you can send questions, by the way, to podcast@ironingfitness.com.
Speaking of that, podcast@ironingfitness.com. I didn't even fucking print it. There was a question.
We'll have to get to it next episode, though.
Question?
Yeah, dude.
We probably answered it.
Well, no. It's good. And it's not necessarily now. So we have an email, podcast@ironingfitness.com, and you send in questions.
Right.
One of the guys that came in and bought clothes with his wife, he's like, I sent a question. We haven't checked it, but we'll do it on the next episode.
Cool.
So,
sorry
about that, Sebastian.
Oh boy.
Thanks, guys. Later.